And she's like, oh my, I love dandelions. We're like the same. I'm like, oh my God, we are. Wait, are you a Gemini? So am I. What day were you born? We were born on the same day. Can you? Guy up or just protecting the woman, or you say, hey, what's going on, let me assess the situation.
You talking about like playing victim?
No,
I'm trying
exactly what I just said. Do you come in and then do you immediately protect her, like in real time? If you see that happening, do you protect her?
Oh, okay, so you're saying like if I walked in, okay, we're talking about Zach really quick. We're the storytellers. It's me, Trell. This is Cairo. And this is Ri'Yadh. We got Nathan on the ones and twos. We even got a friend watch sitting over here. You can't see him. He's off camera. But right now we're talking about Zach Stacy, football player. Who play for the Titans or somebody?
I've never even heard of the guy.
He plays for the state now.
He played for Penn State.
Yeah.
But he straight up choked Sam's girlfriend. Was a few weeks ago, almost a month now. But your question, what you're saying is, if you're his teammate and you walk in...
No. Okay, him aside, if we're walking down the street and we see something like that happening to a woman, what is your immediate response?
You never really know the situation.
That's the question that I'm asking.
So I think he went to social media and he made a little video saying like, "Oh, she had a gun," and it's.
But you saw the video?
I saw the video firsthand.
Well, we were just saying what was said, what he said. And then, in the video, he was saying, well, you ruined...
You can't jump to conclusions. Like,
that's the point I'm trying to make.
If I were walking down the street and I saw something like that, I mean, for all you know, she could have maybe tried to rob him or stab him, and now you're seeing his response, him punching her or something like that.
Yo, he was...
Or, you never know if they have a gun or...
So that's the question I'm asking you. If you see something like that take place, what is your immediate response?
What you do is you see somebody... If you see, like, a dude just straight up jacking a girl up like that, and you walk over there and you find out, you ask, hey, what's going on here, right? And he said, oh, she pulled out a gun on you. You swing on her too. I mean, what else do you do?
Like, get the table. Get that TV back up against the wall.
Go get the table. Oh no, he brings out the steel chair.
No, don't do it.
From the top rope.
Oh, no.
My thing is, if I see something like that, yeah, I'm definitely going to try and assess the situation. First of all, I got to break it up. Exactly. There's no excuse because, like...
Always assess the situation because you don't even, like you said, you don't know what
he could have been the victim. And I'm not justifying what happened in that video in particular.
I think it was that video. I sent him the video of Zach Stacy beating up his girlfriend.
Careful.
And he replied... Now, what did she do to deserve that?
No, I was saying, what did she do to deserve that?
You know what's really funny? You got to go back and watch it and watch the cat. Because the cat was standing there like just relaxed in his own environment, just chilling. Soon as she got slammed, like the cat was like, no. You want some of this pump? No. I don't know why you come over here and mess with these pumps. Yeah, that cat got missing. It scrambled like it's.
That's why you always get a dog.
Yeah, man.
Always. It was crazy though. I mean,
it's domestic violence.
The sad thing is, all jokes aside, is you can see in the video that it's something that she's accustomed to. Like,
yeah, that's the thing too.
It happens all the time. She's used to it. She was just too calm, and she was pleading in the wrong. She
scream. She didn't even really try to get away. She just stood there and was like, "If this is a normal."
So that means one of two things: either she's just used to it and she's numb to it,
it's like that conversation we had about like people who've been abused. They're used to it. That's their comfort zone.
Or maybe she did something wrong and she felt like she deserved what she was getting.
That's never justified.
I'm not justifying that. I'm explaining her demeanor.
Yeah.
Maybe she felt like she was guilty and she deserved what she was getting.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
I mean, even though it's that we know that that's not normal, but I'm just saying what's going on in her head.
I was just thinking about how he just slunk her around like a rag doll.
And he's a professional athlete.
Yeah, I was like, I just realized this dude literally just be lifting people up off their feet like 230 plus.
What position does he play?
I think he was either like a lineman or a running back or something. So either position, like you
manhandling guys, yeah.
But he just like moved
That's
her
a
around.
shame, man. All that working out and conditioning to get to that physique, just to show that he's a coward at heart, like to hit a woman like that's the weakest type of human.
He was actually a running back for the Jets.
I thought he was Zach Stacy.
It sounds familiar. Look at OJ, man. When they looked at the evidence, when they showed his ex-wife, they said it looked like somebody grabbed her neck and twisted her head around with their bare hands.
Crazy.
Like no one else could do that except for a professional athlete.
That's OJ,
So it looked like
man.
she was mauled by a bear.
That's OJ, man.
Yep.
He not black. He just OJ.
OJ said it. What baby? It was a bear. Did you guys? Did you question any bears?
What did he say recently? He said something crazy recently. Didn't
I follow him on Twitter. He says something crazy every day. It's like he doesn't care.
I don't think he does.
OJ is the man on Twitter. He runs Twitter. OJ is the king of Twitter. And he does stuff on purpose. Like, hey, I'm just going to take a stab in the dark here. But, I think that Zach Stacy's going to have a hell of a game this weekend. It's really going to knock him out the park. And then he kind of looks at the camera like, I like OJ, man.
Don't forget your gloves.
It's a cold one out there.
So, based on how like most people say, they don't like how movies are made out of books because for a movie you have to cut it, so you cut certain things out of books that you would have read or you would have known supposed to be in a certain part.
Right. So the question was, is it better that a book is depicted as a movie or a video game?
Would you adapt?
Would you rather a book be made into a video game or still keep it as a movie?
What do you say?
A movie.
I think the best way to truly go is a series. That way you can pack all your information. You can have that character development.
Okay, so television. All right. So yeah, then I say a series, definitely.
A game just wouldn't work. I mean, if you look at...
I feel like all games that were adapted from books were adapted from the movie first.
What game was adapted from a book?
Exactly.
Tom Clancy, that's it.
Actually,
Well, you're saying how many video games are
now
made
that
from
you make-
books?
now
It's
that
a
you-
lot of them.
well, now that you say that,
Name-
that's a
name-
lot of-
well, name
that makes a
some.
good point.
Tomb Raider wasn't a book.
That's a game,
Yeah, Tomb Raider was the only one that was a game first.
and then became a movie.
Right.
But when you talk about Tom Clancy, though, those Tom Clancy games are good, and they were adapted from books.
Right.
So I guess
And
maybe
they
like
just recently made a movie.
if it's a military game, like a action game, or from an action book.
Are you
something
counting
like
that? Like,
Well, I'm
from
saying
history?
maybe those are the only ones that work straight from the book. If you're trying to do like a
Dante's
Divergent
Inferno. was
from
another one.
book to game,
From book to game, Dante's Inferno.
I don't know.
I can't think of anything else. Well, you said there's plenty of them. Name another one.
I mean,
From book to game? Even from comic book to game. I don't think none of them have been done like that. I think it's just skipping so much to do that. It's so much easier to put it into a movie.
they got the Harry Potter games.
That came from the movies.
Yeah,
though.
big time.
Like if we look at all the movies, like Spider-Man, Batman, Harry Potter,
Avengers.
all that stuff, and you just skip the movie and then go straight from book to the game, how good is that game?
Now, if you take like fiction books that were turned into movies, I mean, we can rank those. Passion of the Christ is one.
Could you imagine a Passion of the Christ video game?
I can't either.
How would that even go? I mean,
I'm just thinking about it. Every time I think about
I think we should kill that there before we get into something that's like controversial.
I think about every time I think about Mel Gibson, I just think about The Patriot and that scene where like they shot the cannonball and just start rolling and taking people's legs off and stuff. You ever see that movie?
Mm-mm.
You ever seen The Patriot?
Mm-mm.
That was a good movie.
I remember he was like, hold. That's all I remember.
I'm not really a Mel Gibson fan.
Nobody is anymore, right?
No, I never was a Mel Gibson fan.
Even the Lethal Weapon.
Even what about Signs?
Oh, he was in one of my favorite movies
Signs,
though.
of course.
Signs and also What Women Want.
That's one of your favorite movies?
Yeah, top 10.
Why?
Easily.
Why?
The concept.
What women
And that was from a book too.
What do women want though?
Have you seen the movie?
Probably when I was a kid.
So do you know what it's about?
What women
He
want.
can hear what women are thinking.
Oh yeah. I remember
It's
that.
genius. They just did a remake, What Men Want.
Question. Okay, here's a question.
It's horrible.
Does that work? If you can read people's minds, are you able to make everybody happy or give them what they
It
need?
completely changes your quality of life.
Right.
If you think about it now, if I were able to read all of your minds, I'm just gonna appease to everything that you want.
Okay, so here's my thing though. It's like you have to think about
I
this.
think you'd be miserable.
Hmm?
I think you'd be miserable.
You'd be miserable
You think
because
I'm
you're a
miserable?
people pleaser.
Knowing what
I'm not a
everyone
people
thinks
pleaser.
all the
I
time.
don't care what people think about me.
I feel like if you can read people's mind and they would say something about you, I mean,
Oh, you mean if I could read people's mind? Well, here's what I'm saying is think about what people goes on in people's mind, right? Sometimes you have like invasive thoughts. That
No.
doesn't mean that that's what that person wants. Sometimes people think they know what they want, but they don't really.
I don't think
know
you'd
what
be
they
able
want.
to distinguish it if you had the ability to do so. Because
Exactly.
you wouldn't see it any way differently.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do I know? Like, for example, if let's say I'm married, right, and my wife is just like, I don't know, she says something that I think that she might want, and she's thinking about something, and I think that might be what she wants, and then I go out and do that for her, and she's like, that's not what I want. That was just something I was thinking about that at that moment, but that's not. Really
by the
what
way,
I
how
want.
did you know I was thinking about that? It still wouldn't
does
work.
that
You can
make
ask a
sense?
woman, "Hey, what do you want to eat tonight?" And then you can read her mind, and it'd be
And it
like,
changes every
"Guess." You ain't slick. Guess.
Or in those times where like you just don't need to be knowing what people are thinking, because like
Yeah.
at this time this person might be hating you right now, but that's just because they're angry right now, and so like immediately you're thinking I should back off and not talk to this person when that's probably what you should do.
And most of the time, you don't want to know what people are thinking, anyways.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because there's been times when I've thought like crazy stuff. And
People say crazy things, so imagine what they're thinking.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
look at me I have a filter, and I only say about 10% of the things that I'm thinking. So imagine what really goes on in my head. But I want to get back to the movies, though, and talk about all the books that were made into good movies, like Harry Potter.
Wreck-It Ralph originated as
As a video game?
novel. Yeah.
As a
No,
novel?
as a book.
Really?
The Walking Dead was a graphic novel.
I was gonna say-
Oh. The
There's
Walking
gotta be
Dead.
more out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Bioshock,
Books made into movies?
Assassin's
Oh, like
Creed.
almost every movie.
You don't see any more original ones anymore.
Any more original
Even the
movies?
ones
Yeah.
that you don't think of, like the Game of Thrones was from
Even-
the book.
Even if they are like original movies, they still have elements of a book that came from. Like if you ask the director or the writer who made the movie and then say, "Hey, how did you come up with this idea?" Well, I was reading a book once and blah blah blah. It's almost hard to find a movie that's just straight up a movie.
Or the ones that are, they really have no sort of substance.
It's never went from book straight to game. It's always been a movie. Because even like, what is it, J.R. Tolkien, The Hobbit?
Yeah,
That kind of went into Lord of the Rings.
all that came from the
Yeah,
books. then it's a
The Hobbit.
movie.
But they made the Hobbit movies, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And they made the games.
but I think what you were saying is like the
But
only
who plays those games?
the,
People play it.
me and Elon played them. Speaking of which, I want to have him. Did I tell you I want to have him on the podcast?
Elon?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a very interesting guy.
What does he do? Nothing at all.
He makes music.
He has
but-
no personality. Oh, you know what?
Elon?
I heard one of his songs once. Somebody played me. Nisha played me one of his songs.
Well, how you feel about it?
He has
I
a
mean-
project coming out soon.
Nathan follows him, so
Yeah. I
Maybe.
thought it was like, it just didn't seem like him. At least from what I knew him as.
Like,
Like the character that I know, it just seemed like he was just trying
like
to.
normally he'll when he's like in the process of making music and stuff, he'll run it by me and I'll tell him like, hey, it's good, or well he could tweak on it. Then
you need to do a better job, man.
But I mean I haven't done it recently, but like at the beginning, like yeah,
You think his music's good?
well, I haven't heard none of his recent
I
stuff, like
think
the
he's
older stuff.
capable
Yeah,
of making good music.
You remember what
I
Kanye
just don't
said?
think-
Y'all hear that verse?
Yeah. Y'all know like
Was it good? Nah, but
it's like you know how like J. Cole, right? He'll be talking about, hey man, look, you gotta listen to my old stuff, and that jump was trash. That's how I feel like Elon is right now. It's like he makes the music that he thinks people want to hear instead of making the music that he needs to make. Like, Elon don't do nothing but work, come home, and watch anime all day. But
so make
the music
like
he makes is like, none of that stuff has anything to do with your real life. What are you talking about?
I can't remember the context of the song that he made. It was something like he was traveling and taking these trips and.
Was he rapping or singing?
Women.
He did go
to
the Bahamas earlier this year, but that's like his first time.
He was talking about like his passport stamps was filled up and
He don't even got a passport. They went on a cruise.
I just thought it was on.
Hey man, why you putting that man down like that?
Cause that's my brother. I can say what I want to say about him. I want him to be here so I can
Do he
do
look
it
like
to
Pop
his face
Smoke?
though. Elon?
Yeah.
Are you pulling up his stuff? Look at that first picture. Tell me you just looked at Elon and saw him as a light skin like that. Elon don't act like that in real life.
Guys is?
They're all him. Ugh.
It just seemed like.
And you want to get this guy on the show?
He's trying to be someone he's not.
Yeah, he's trying to be something he's not. Are you playing music?
Are either one of them him?
Is this music?
Did I forget how he looks?
I don't know what he's saying. Oh,
Wait, how is this gonna sound on the?
it doesn't matter. I can put it in.
It can't sound any worse than what it sounds like right now.
That's it.
Baby, you know you a star, right on my face, like I'm a car. Guess I'm moving how you like it. Got you all excited. Judging how you moving, you been urgent, trying to fight it. Don't deny it. I've been chilling here in the south. Trying to
I mean,
work
the
So you
production
see what
doesn't
I'm
sound
saying?
bad.
He's capable of rapping, right?
Yeah.
Me and him even rap together, but he's capable of rapping. The thing is,
The substance.
that's not who you are. Rick.
But a lot of people don't rap about who they
That's
really
how I
are.
remember him looking. EJ Hancha. Should we tag him and all that stuff?
He's already in there. He in the podcast now.
You gotta give him credit.
He's got a following. I mean.
Oh, you can't believe those followers. You
Yeah,
look.
ghost followers.
Well, the way the kids do it these days is like, Nathan, you might know. I don't know. Maybe you do. But like, you just follow 1,000 people, and then 1,000 people follow you back, and also you do these whole things like, I'll follow the next 100 people that like this post or stuff like that. They're unoriginal. They don't.
I have 3,000 or 4,000 followers for no reason.
It's not real.
Dang.
So
It's not like, oh, I know this person, I like this person, let me follow them. It's more like, I'll get a follow back if I follow this person and things like that. But like I said, he's capable of being a rapper. It's just, I feel like if he stuck to his guns and just became and been more original with himself, he could do something. The songs that we used to make together, I mean, they weren't good quality, but the lyrics were there.
Where is Elon at right now? In Maryland?
In Columbia.
Oh, he's in Colombia?
South Carolina. Yeah, he's in South Carolina.
Where
Listen,
you
can
at?
we talk about how bad South Carolina is? That place sucks.
Where's nowhere like
I
that?
hate South Carolina. I mean, listen, I don't care. I take all the smoke from any South Carolinian out there.
You think South Carolina is worse than Virginia?
Yeah.
It's a different type of words. They're both very racist. South Carolina is like dirty.
It's just
Actually,
no anything south of Fort Mill. As soon as you get out of Fort Mill, you can tell just by driving on the roads that it's terrible. I went down there and almost fell in a pothole at a stop sign.
the roads are really bad, but that comes from like
The
state
roads weren't as
funding
bad
and
until
stuff.
you went down there.
Like they just don't give money, or they don't like allocate.
It's
the funds
Commonwealth.
to take care of roads and street signs and different type of.
I feel like their
architecture.
schools are just bad too.
Their grammar's bad. Their
Everything
hygiene,
is
they
bad.
smell bad.
Oh
They
my
look
gosh.
bad. It's like they don't have fluoride in their water.
I mean, you going hard on South Carolina.
Well, I can do that. I mean, we were raised there. It's
Yeah,
like Myrtle Beach, like has
Myrtle
some
Beach used
ranges.
to be really nice. I hear
It's
people.
trash now.
I hear people talking about taking vacations to Myrtle Beach, like it's like a destination.
And
They're like,
it's
"Oh, I
not-
can't wait to go to Myrtle Beach." I'm like, Myrtle Beach is it's just
Say what you gonna say.
Myrtle Beach is not the same. If you have an option of going to somewhere for a vacation, don't choose Myrtle Beach. There's plenty of other. nice
Unless you
beaches,
live in South Carolina.
and you just don't know no better.
I mean, at this point, we can go to the Outer Banks.
That's why I go every
Yeah, it's-
summer.
Way better than going to Myrtle
Go a
Beach.
little further up to Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach at least tries to be clean. Myrtle Beach is like nobody goes there to clean it. It's just like public.
It's just nasty. The water is like gray. It's all type
That
of
water's
stuff that
disgusting.
The
gets.
sand is brown. Not sandy.
It's dirt.
Brown. Yeah, it's almost
Dirt.
like dirt. It's like mud.
It's just terrible out there, man. And like if you go down there, like
It smells bad.
if you go today, it'll be like a ghost town just around the beach
Yeah.
area in general.
And when they show the commercials and the tourist stuff, they just show all the amenities. Like they don't show. As soon as you turn the camera around, it's the hood.
Speaking of the commercial, if you go and look at the commercials, they're all like commercials from 10, 15 years ago when people were going to Myrtle Beach.
You can look at it now and be like, wait, I just went there and that place is definitely a crack.
Yeah, what happened to the Ripley's
This
Believe It or
burned
Not
down.
museum?
It's,
It's not
that's
there
not,
anymore.
that's never been a
Wait,
thing.
is it there still?
No,
Ripley's
it's
No,
not.
it's
It's
still
not.
there. It's called the boardwalk. It's
No, you're thinking about the pavilion. It's not the pavilion.
Oh, the
anymore.
pavilion
Now
is
it's
gone
just the
completely.
boardwalk. But there's nothing there. It's like I can't even explain it. It's like a outlet mall. That's what it looks like.
Oh, like an old outlet mall.
yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, you can walk around and there's stuff there, but that's your main attraction. Even the pictures, they can't make it look good. Like that's clearly
it's
photoshopped.
been edited so much. They do not have blue water there. Like you go down to Florida or Miami, actually their water is
The water burns when you get into it, like just from the high alkaline levels.
So many crabs in that water. That's why it burns.
The crab smoke. It's horrible.
Crab smoke.
Look at all these pictures. Like it's really glamorized. Like it does not look like that.
At all. And like you said, those are old pictures.
Look at that strip. All that lighting.
That is not.
Look at that.
That's not
Obama
even-
for president. You know those are old pictures.
Obama for president. Oh, look that. That makes me mad.
That's
The
the
one.
best that they got right there. How populated that is. How many people are out there? That's probably their peak. I've never seen.
That's every resident in Myrtle Beach right there.
Probably Photoshop.
No, it's all tourists. Have you seen?
It's legit nothing but like ghouls and vampires that walk along the shore. It's like Transylvania down there.
Transylvania. I wouldn't mind just sitting there for the
There
rest
you
of
go. There's
That's
the
how it
blue
really
water
looks.
And the Pepsi cans floating, the Burger King wrappers in there.
Those are the real people right there. Those are the
These
locals.
Scumbags.
Yuck.
that.
16 people and 4 teeth total. That is Myrtle Beach right
I
there.
wouldn't mind just sitting the rest of this episode just talking junk about
Oh,
South
we could. And this is just the beach. This isn't South Carolina. This is just the beach.
Ay, ay, ay.
And the boardwalk, like
There's-
the pavilion, when they're driving down, like what is it, the boulevard, the trucks, and they think they're so cool. It's like, oh yeah, I got my truck slammed, and it's a T-Rex and this and that. It's just
I hate that they're a representation of North Carolina. Like when people
Oh,
see
yeah.
that, they correlate the Carolinas. Their country down there. It wasn't
Night
called
and
the
day.
Carolina Dip or something. Some tacky thing that they do with their trucks where the suspension is like lowered in the back and it sits up. It's terrible for your wheels. It's terrible for the engine. And they think that look good. Bunch of hillbillies.
and they're still listening to like Soulja Boy and stuff, like blasting it like it's the new thing. And it's like,
Oh,
dude,
no, they are. Lil
stop.
Jon and the East Side Boys. Look at that mess. Look at that garbage.
That's terrible.
And we got to share a football team with them.
Jeez.
I know. That's the thing about. I think we talked about that last time. It's like when you say Carolina Panthers, it's really just North Carolina. It's really
It's not.
just
It's Charlotte. It's the
Charlotte
Charlotte
Panthers.
Panthers.
It's just Charlotte, just like it's the Charlotte Hornets.
These people have never seen a building in their life. Like they live on farm and like dirt.
And the sticks. Wake up and go milk the cow and
And
get
again,
eggs.
they're just not. They're not even real people.
Roll
They're
over
just
and take a
Look
dump
at
in the
this
bathroom.
country crap. Bunch of gumps. My youngest brother's still in Myrtle Beach. He's trying to get out of there.
he's trying.
Yeah, it's just like it's so bad. It just plays on.
He's like, it's so
body and mind.
depressing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it feels like it's raining every day, but
Is
they're
that where
in the
he's
middle.
from, or he just moved down there?
No, that's where he's from.
Yeah, he's born and raised.
Philip was born in Myrtle Beach,
That is
right? Yeah, Philip was born in Myrtle Beach. You was born in Virginia,
You
Charlotte.
really?
Mm.
I thought you were born in South Carolina.
Nope, I was raised in in Myrtle Beach. Ri'Yadh was raised in Charlotte. Philip was raised in Virginia, but he was born in Myrtle Beach
So how old were y'all when you moved to Charlotte?
when I started elementary school.
Okay.
I remember the schools down there were just horrible. Just so horrible. There was like 4 buses for the whole school district.
What's
Before you even ask, the whole district. I'd be on the bus with high schoolers, middle schoolers, and whoever was going to work on that street. we all had to share the same bus. It was horrible. Myrtle Beach, man. God, I'm so glad we got out of there, man. And I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. Everyone was speaking like Geechee, and I didn't know if they were.
I'm glad you got it. You
Me
dodged a
too.
bullet.
I know. I could have been like
500 of them,
the other
actually.
one.
Have any of y'all seen the Cedric, the entertainer segment when he said he had family in South Carolina and he was talking to him, he didn't understand what they were saying?
That's how it was with us.
That's how it is right now.
They all sound like you remember that coach from The Water Boy?
That's how they talk.
Yeah.
That's how they talk.
I was looking, I'm like, what? we're like 100 miles away. How did you guys like?
How does that happen? Like,
this?
What's your English class like?
Yeah, they exist.
Is it true that in North Carolina, I think starting next year, there, or maybe it's now, tent is legal?
You mean we won't
Like-
have like a limit?
That is true?
It's true.
Really?
So there's no illegal.
I'm putting that
So
jump.
they started in
Like blackout is legal now.
I'm
I
getting
think.
5. I'm getting 5 all around. Windshield too. 0%.
Look at me. Jesus.
It's gonna be like Bird Box. Just driving down the street. You gotta listen to the.
I might get my car painted black now. Thank you.
Yeah,
I hope that's true, man.
I do too, man. I just had to.
Headlights and
Not
everything.
incriminate myself.
I think it is true. I saw it the other day, but I didn't. You read things, it doesn't make it true until you do your research. So I don't know. I didn't know if it was true or not. So I
I
wanted to
hope
ask.
it is. I really do.
Yeah.
Somebody should look.
Do anybody know like the reason for it?
Because we're so close to. Because it's not illegal in Georgia, Virginia, Tennessee, or South Carolina.
North
They don't
Carolina's
have,
really far behind.
but in South Carolina, they don't even have windows on their car. So
That's true.
They still ride horse carriages there.
Yeah, definitely.
they sitting there riding on wheels.
It's like The Walking Dead down there.
Oh my gosh, they probably filmed some of The Walking Dead down there. They didn't even have to use makeup for the people.
They probably did. In all honesty,
I just imagine some
it started
random.
off as a book.
I just imagine some random hillbilly with like 2 teeth getting on the show and biting somebody.
that's how I started.
Talking Dead. Comes up, he's like, well, we didn't have to use any makeup. We saved the budget on the movie. It's all filmed right here in Myrtle Beach.
They skip straight to the movie because no one can read. I'm imagining somebody from South Carolina watching this.
Oh yeah, they'll be mad.
Walking Dead passing South Carolina sign The Walking Dead locations. They do feel.
Dang.
Let's see what happened or what's going on. Yeah, man.
Wait, click on that West Georgia correction. Because season 3 was all at the prison. Go down a little bit. Remember, season 3 was all at that prison. Was that
Yeah.
in South Carolina?
It was in Georgia. The whole
I meant
place
Georgia.
takes place in
I mean,
Georgia.
it takes place, but was it filmed in South Carolina?
There's no prisons in South Carolina. It is the prison.
Yeah, wasn't filmed in South Carolina because they didn't want the zombies to fight. They didn't want the undead zombies to fight with the local zombies.
They don't want to scare the zombies away.
Director says it was too real.
Freaking trash Carolina. Why do we hate them so much?
It's kind of like how they are in New Jersey. How in New York they don't like people from New Jersey.
That's true.
That's
I wonder
why.
if South Dakota and North Dakota don't get along.
Nah, they're both horrible.
West Virginia and Virginia.
Oh, Virginians hate West Virginia.
Yeah, but they're like cousins. You can tell because they fuck each other.
Yeah, definitely kissing cousins up there. That's where the term originated.
Definitely.
How we sandwiched between two bad states, though.
And we somehow made it out, man.
It's so crazy how, like, really, like, slavery, how some people are just blind to it, and they're like, oh, racism doesn't exist. If you go down, it's certain roads, like, you can't
You can see
turn
plantations.
down. Yeah, that's definitely still a thing down there. Like, you can just drive past a whole cotton field. Plantations that are still up there. A bunch of Confederate flags, a bunch of Trump supporters.
There's a bunch of plantation houses in South Carolina you can ride by and
Yeah, you can tour them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can apply
to be
for a
honest,
job.
Though, it's kind of cool just to ride.
I've done it.
No, listen, hear me out. It's cool to actually, because you hear about it and you see movies, you read books and stuff, but to actually see what they went through and where they lived and the living conditions and stuff, it's cool to realize, like, this is history. This is what it actually looked like. Like, now I have a visual of what I've been told about all these years.
Even now, when
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big on that.
we went to the museum, we seen the cotton gin and everything, which is crazy.
Did y'all hear that? What was it, TikTok or something? That dude was talking about how they went on a field trip and the teachers and them took them out there and the guy had them out there. He was like, hey guys, let's show you how to pick some cotton.
Right.
He said they had them picking cotton and he went home and told his mom, I picked cotton today. She went to the school and cussed him out.
As a teacher and you build like your syllabus or your curriculum and stuff, like you
got to be aware of that.
You got to be aware of that. Like, that's problematic. You're going to have, in modern day, kids going out picking cotton. That's a red flag right there. I'm like, nope, not touching on that. Certain things you can't even, like, mention without getting in trouble for it. But to actually have someone do that act is just ridiculous.
That's crazy, though.
And I think they have them grouped. Like, all right, you guys are the slaves and you guys are the masters. And
oh, yeah.
You're kind of dark, so you're going to be a field nigga.
Let me tell you how stupid I was as a kid. When I was in 5th grade, we had this Civil War enactment, and they asked me, because I was living in Maryland, and they asked me, you get to choose what side you want to be on, the Confederate or the thing I'm blanking. What? Union, right? And my dumb self, I'm like, well, what side was North Carolina? Because I want to be part of the North Carolina team. And
How'd they separate everything below the Mason-Dixon line?
Yeah, which is in Maryland. I think it's Maryland, PA, somewhere in there. But I wanted to be on the Confederate just because North Carolina was a part of that. Didn't realize that, they're Confederate because they wanted to keep slaves. I'm like, I want to be part of the Confederate. It's like, okay. Do you like picking cotton?
That's another conversation that we should have. Just the representation of the Confederate flag and the war and the people who...
We were just talking about the Civil War.
Being completely ignorant
The video
of its
game?
meaning.
No, I mean, it's crazy. Like, can you imagine people now who... Like, we were just talking about that game. We were talking about, the Civil War.
Yeah.
And it's like, there are people here who are our age...
MAGA.
Yeah, taking up for Robert E. Lee. And it's like...
Trying to make America great again. Have us out there picking cotton. And
Taking up for who?
For Robert E. Lee. I mean,
Who's that?
The Confederate general.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Go ahead. Keep going.
You know you were named after Robert E. Lee.
No.
You were.
Do y'all remember that lie y'all told me about your names?
It probably wasn't a lie. It was probably the truth.
You told me that your name is Cairo, your name is Ri'Yadh. You told me that your mom and your am I allowed to say the family's last name?
Yeah.
Okay, your family's last name is Jordan.
Yeah.
And you told me that your mom named you because both cities were across the street from, like, across the Jordan River.
I mean, that's a fact. That's like, see it.
And you said that your mom named you because she thought, like, y'all would bring peace to the family or something like that?
No, we were just in the news all the time, and she just felt like she was the one that kept us separated. Like, not separated, but she was the one that was in between us. Like the peace, the middle peace.
Between you and Ri'Yadh?
Yeah. I mean, the Jordan River flows between Saudi Arabia and Egypt.
But you said that she named y'all that so y'all could bring y'all peace to the family? Or she would be...
No, it just symbolizes Yeah, whoever told you, if I told you it was a lie, if Ri'Yadh told you it was a lie.
Probably a lot.
We're trying to figure out which one we're going to stick with.
I used to tell people all type of crazy stuff. Like when I introduced myself, and they're like, "Oh, that's an interesting name. Where does it come from? You know, is there a meaning or like what's the derivative or something?" I'm like, I would just randomly make up things. Like I'll say like it's Swahili for alligator or something like that, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, my mom was really into reptiles," and it'll just keep going on just to see like just to.
Whenever to this day, like people when they leave, they'll be like, "All right, see you later, alligator." I remember. We used to look at each other like,
What?
I always tell people how you be lying to me, and then I don't know until like 5 years later, and I'll say something, and
I do that intentionally.
and then-
It's not to better myself. Like my lies aren't like I made $1,000, $100,000 last year. It'll just be lies that I set up to where I know that it's gonna come back up, and when it does come back up, you're gonna be like, "Wait, didn't you tell me that you lost your foot last year?"
because
Oh, right.
this is your kind of lie, right? The thing is, like, I'll come to you and be like, "Hey, man," no, you will say something like, we're having a cookout in my grandma's house next weekend. You want to come over?" I'm like, "Which cook? Is this the grandma that has diabetes and died last year, or is this the grandma that like just had her foot cut off
and
last
they
year?"
would say,
Fire.
"Yes."
And you're like, or I'll say like, "Which grandma?" That you like, "What did I tell you about my grandma?" And now I know it's a lie. You always do that. It's like you'll tell me something about something that happened at a wedding or whatever, and I'll ask you about it, and you'll be like, "What did I say about that wedding again?"
For example, we have a debate on who gets fired more or who quits their job, and like through the past years, he's been like, "Oh, disciplinary write-ups," and eventually they had to let me go, or I'm like, "Yeah, I got fired for this," or I voluntarily quit this one, but like I'll just tell him, I quit this one, but come to find out like a year later, I was like, "Oh yeah, remember I punched that guy in the face and they fired me for it," or something like that. I'm like, "What did I tell you? I told you I quit."
A certain retail store you worked at,
Yeah.
and you were like, you told me years ago. You told me years ago. It's like, "Yeah, man, they had to like let me go because." You said
Trying
they.
to think whether you can say it or not.
No, I can say it. It's just I'm thinking about how funny it is thinking back about it. But you were like, a certain retail store you worked at, and you were like, "Yeah, they had to let me go because there was this guy that came in and he was like starting some stuff with my manager, and my manager he's a little smaller guy, so he can't really protect himself or anything. And so I come out the back, and they're like, at this point, they're like getting loud and everything. This dude is jumping across the counter, and he smacks my manager. And then I like push him, and then he pushed me back, and then like I'm just protecting my manager, so I like pick him up and just slam him. And the dude's like, he's hurt and limping and stuff, and he like ends up leaving the store. And they got that on camera, and they said like, even though I was protecting my manager, I can't touch the customers, and they had to let me go because of that. And I took it as gospel. And then like 3 years later, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of like that time when Ri'Yadh he lost his job because he had to slam that dude at the store." And he was like, "What did I tell you about that?" What did I tell you happened to that job? Find out you got fired.
I forgot I told you that. When you were saying, I'm like, "Yeah, he's talking about
Yeah.
Oh shit! Can I say it?
You can cut it.
You can bleep it out.
We can bleep it.
Yeah, real short guy, and they would come in and mess with him because we was in like the ghetto.
Yeah.
So it's not but like black people coming.
Can we
in.
talk about that ghetto after this?
Oh, for sure.
Remember we went.
I think it would be a good time to like have a sound clip in there, like the Rick James, the song.
No, you can't. You know how much that cost?
Oh yeah, shoot. Bleep that out too. You don't know that song?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about when you start singing it.
Yeah. But yeah, they would just come in. He was like a short white guy, and it doesn't matter what he would do. They would always find some type of reason to be offended, and he would get in a lot of arguments and stuff like that.
Really? Every time?
All the time. They would call him racist. They would say this when really he was just abiding to the store policy or things like that.
Was there never anything that he did to...
Unknowingly. I mean, he may have like ignorantly said something to where it may have been
Didn't
offensive.
he have like that kind of personality where he's like, he knows a lot and
Kind of, but all people in sales are like that.
Yeah, because after a while,
Yeah.
I mean, that's your customer base, and you just get familiar with them, and you've pretty much seen everything that's gonna happen.
you got all the answers to everything because you've been there for so long. Yeah. But yo, that side of town is
That's Wilkinson Boulevard.
rough.
So
No.
you said you want to talk about the ghetto because we can talk about how all the stores have everything locked up, like the deodorant. Why are
I
you
hate
locking
that.
up deodorant?
I gotta go get soap, Dove soap,
Right.
8-pack. It's like $8.
That's
it's
over
in a
on that
security
side?
locking case. Yeah. So then I got a buzz for an associate to come
Really?
over.
What store?
Wilkinson Boulevard, Walmart. It's known. Look it up.
Oh, that's
Look
where.
it up.
That's
All
where
the
the
videos-
that's where the
if
baby
you've
killed
ever
that.
seen-
That's where the baby killed somebody.
That's Huntersville, but I mean that's so.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
If that's
But
no
nah,
better,
Wilkinson, if you look up anything on like World Star, whenever you see those fights at
That's
Walmart,
that's the Walmart. There.
Wilkinson.
Yeah.
that is the Walmart. Yep.
Wilkinson Boulevard.
I feel like even putting this episode out is gonna make more people go there and more stuff happen. You know, people want to know where all this stuff happened. Like for example, TikTok blew up after the baby put that song out, talk about cookout over there on South.
He described it exactly how he
Yeah.
came off 77, took a U-turn.
As soon as he
Wait,
did that,
which one?
the one on
On South Troy?
Sugar
Right
Creek.
by Granddaddy's.
Sugar Creek.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's funny because he was talking about how he pulled off and saw the cops at the BP. I was like, I see them cops over there all the time.
Yeah.
That's the only one. Because, like, can we give a shout out to Cookout, by the way? Because
I went there last night.
Cookout is.
I went to the Walmart yesterday where the baby killed that nigga. I was standing right there in the produce section. So I had to spit a verse. But no, I was in that exact spot and I'm just like, dang, like this is
what happened, yeah.
here. Oh, you know what? That's really insensitive because I mean, if this were to blow up,
Nah, because I mean he was harassing him.
yeah, he was in the wrong. He was in the wrong.
Yeah.
He got what he deserved.
I feel like we should just shout out Cookout because not a lot of people know about Cookout because it's like this area thing.
I think Cookout came from the West Coast.
It
right?
came from the West Coast and now it's here, but not. A lot of people don't know about it unless they're in this area.
Cookout and Bojangles is our thing.
Yeah. Dude, Cookout is the best though because like their milkshakes 100% customizable.
Their milkshakes aren't that great anymore.
Why you say
When they first came out, they were amazing.
You can put anything you want that's on the menu. If you go in there and ask for
Heck yeah.
ketchup packet and napkin milkshake, they will blend that.
They don't
junk
even
up for
ask
you.
any questions. You be like, hey man, I want
Yeah.
some ketchup, pepper, and some jalapenos in that thing.
I always get the same thing. Hershey's chocolate with Oreos in
I
it.
mix like 5 things. You gotta get cheesecake, Oreo, peanut butter, Hershey's chocolate,
Every-
and the graham cookies.
Every time I go, I get the Snicker walnut, and boom. It's crazy how we all have our. You
And
know,
they
it's,
change
You know
it.
what's a
It's-
sleeper
What?
for anyone who goes to Cookout? The push pop.
You told
Yeah.
me about
The
that.
push pop milkshake is
Yeah.
the best thing on there.
It is.
But I think they only have it during the summer. As
That's
well as
the
the
water-
watermelon.
That's all the time.
The watermelon
Eggnog
is
is
so
in
good.
December and watermelon is July.
Oh, they
to
have eggnog?
August.
They have actual frozen pieces of watermelon in the watermelon.
Yeah.
It's so good, and their food is good too. I mean, it's not.
It is.
It's not like the best, but you can.
It
The
definitely
burgers are better
changed.
than any
It
place
changed.
else.
Their
That's
burgers
the
used to be
yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah, like if you go there, you get a huge burger, hands down better than McDonald's, Burger King, and all that stuff because it's an
This is
actual
like what
burger.
you make at a cookout when you buy
Yeah.
ground 80-20 chuck and you mush it up together and you
And
throw
make
it
a
on the
smash
grill.
burger, yeah.
It's like that. It's no frozen patties like square Wendy's. No,
Shut
Wendy's
up,
is legit. Let me not. Wendy's is legit.
Wendy's. It depends on what Wendy's you go to because the one up the street they get on my nerves, man. Every time me and Kaden go there, I start throwing stuff because I get so mad. I'm gonna stop going there. Anyway, Cookout need to be on the map. They need to be all over the place, honestly.
I was waiting for them to bring a steak and shake. I mean, not steak and shake, but a Shake Shack here.
They did.
They did. They brought a lot of them here, but I don't eat at them anymore.
Isn't Charlotte like the king of like Krispy Kreme? Like we have the best.
We have the biggest Krispy Kreme. We have the mobile donut thing
the
downtown.
little
You
ATM
only
thing.
want
Yep.
24/7.
Dope.
You can go to a kiosk and it dispenses any Krispy Kreme donuts you want at any time of the day.
And they also have and they're fresh because they make it right there in that building.
Yep.
They have the donut doctors. So we service them at our job. So when I first went in there, they had people in lab coats and stuff like a commercial, and they have like conveyors. They have them running all the way across, and we was testing them. It's like the Willy Wonka factory.
Oh,
the
yeah?
donuts. It's really dope up there. It's really nice. I wonder if they give tours. I used to love servicing them because they always give us like a little mini 3-pack before we leave.
Where do you go to get that Impossible Burger? The burger with like they use like donuts as a bun.
The Luther.
Is that what it's called?
The Luther.
Yes.
Where do you get that from?
The Impossible Burger is made out of like grass and branching vines and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
The Luther is too.
Where do you
Krispy
get the
Kreme
Luther
donuts.
from?
It's got to be like one of those specialty shops. Like, I feel like the fatties in Orlando.
They have them somewhere because I remember I went to order one, but where was it?
Was it Vegas?
It may
I
have
think it
been
was
Vegas. It may have been. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily have to be.
There was something. No, you know what? It
You
was
sure it's
New
not
York.
KFC? Cause remember KFC was doing that.
They
with-
did
It's
do
not
that.
the same.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Speaking of KFC,
Trash.
does anyone remember the original recipe? Like before they changed it, before people started.
KFC still tastes the same, man.
No, I'm talking about before they did like the low cholesterol.
No, they took the trans fat out.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They just don't cook it with trans fat anymore.
Wendy's fries used to be like that until people
I remember when Wendy's fries changed a long time ago. And they did
Really?
sea salt. Yeah. Wendy's fries used to be better than McDonald's fries.
They really were. They were like that.
I'm trying to remember. 'Cause I-
Who do you think has the best fries?
Bojangles, and most people don't even know because they're not.
That's
I
crazy.
don't like seasoned fries, so I can't say Bojangles.
Who do you think got the best
You're a
fries?
picky eater.
Nah, I like Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
They're good until they're not.
Yeah, waffle fries. I mean, I don't think Bojangles is the best. I think it would be Chick-fil-A. But Bojangles is up there. But honorable mention, you gotta not forget about Jack in the Box.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Jack.
Jack in the Box because the curly
That's your
fries.
pick.
Where would you get the best burger from? Fast food.
Fast food?
Yeah.
Are we counting like Steak and Shake or Shake Shack?
No, that's not. If you can, I don't know. If you have to,
Red Robin has good burgers.
if they serve
That's
you-
gourmet. That
if
don't
they
count.
serve you, then no, it doesn't count.
So just fast food, the main ones.
Fast food.
Well, they don't. Okay, so Shake Shack.
Do they serve you when you go in there? Do they come and bring your food to the table?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, they do.
Then it's a
You can
restaurant.
sit down and they bring it to you. But nobody does that, though. It's not like a restaurant. It's more like
But
McDonald's.
then again, Cookout does that too. Some locations.
Oh,
They have
really?
the dining
Yeah,
room.
Oh
and
yeah,
McDonald's
okay.
does
Well,
too.
all right. So I guess Shake Shack counts then.
Now
We're
Red
talking
Robin
about-
doesn't
We're talking
count.
about Burger King.
Okay, here's how you do it.
McDonald's,
If they have a
Wendy's.
window on the side, they have a drive-through window. That's what counts.
That's a lot of places that doesn't really.
Like what? Like who?
Most people have
Yeah.
drive-through. Chili's has a drive-through.
Yeah, they do. Fridays, I think, have one too. But anyway, the Shake Shack counts. So you say Shake Shack has the best burger?
You know what? Shake Shack.
Or
probably
Steak and
does.
Shake, but
You
Shake
pay a
Shack's
little bit
better.
more.
I had Shake Shack. I just didn't think the burger was all that.
Probably because you
Okay.
paid a lot for it and you didn't like that. I think that's
That does
honestly
change
what
the
it
taste.
is.
What
buds.
about Five Guys?
Five Guys is
Ooh,
good.
Theirs is good. I haven't had them. In
You
a
think
while.
Five Guys is better than Shake Shack?
They're both equally good.
Yeah, Shake Shack does smash burgers though, and that's what I like about it. It's like steak burgers.
I think Five Guys does too.
I don't
Steak
think
and
there's
Shake has pretty good. Well, yeah, never mind.
Steak and Shake is good, but Steak and Shake isn't better than Shake Shack.
Yeah. I really do like cookout burgers too, though.
They're so cheap. Let's
Yeah.
talk about how cheap Cookout used to be.
Even now they're
Milkshakes
cheap.
were like
It's
$1.99.
not
The
cheap.
prices
I'll-
just went up a little bit.
I went to McDonald's to pay like $24 for 2 quarter pounders.
That'll happen.
Yeah,
It'll catch
Shake.
you off guard.
You go to Cookout, you can get 3 cookout trays for under $10.
I'll actually not. I be going to cookout and I get I get 2 barbecue sandwiches and a milkshake every single time, and I don't even think it breaks $10.
Well, you're doing something wrong, man. Because the milkshakes are what, $2.99 now? Or
I think they're like $3.99 now.
$3.19?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I haven't been in a while though. It must have gone up.
You used to be able to get a big double. The basic thing was like a big double burger tray.
2 sides, whatever size you wanted. You can get another
Corn dog,
burger
fries,
as your
hush
try.
puppies, whatever.
Isn't
as a
it
side.
their
And a
chick,
drink, and it just be like $5.39.
their chicken quesadillas is like $1, right? Or like
You get 2 of
69
them.
cents
You can get that as a side. 2 of
You
them
get
as a
2 corn
side.
dogs too for $1.
Yep.
Like, where can you get that at?
Yeah, what's
Chicken
better than
strips.
cookout?
Nothing really.
Affordability, I think they got it unlocked.
Yeah, it's crazy. How do you?
And the best thing is their milkshake machine is never down.
Oh,
my
my
God.
You can
gosh.
get if you go there, you're gonna get a milkshake.
Y'all remember what was it last year or the year before last? We playing online, and then I'll be like, man, I'm hungry. I'm about to go cook out real quick.
And I'm like,
Every
well,
single
You
night,
already know that machine's gonna be down.
2:00 in the morning, going to cook out. Give me a milkshake and some food.
You remember that time we went to McDonald's and I told you to order me a milkshake? You was like, "Don't worry, I got it." And then you ordered a whole bunch of food.
Right.
No.
So I told him on the way, I was like, yo, they better not say that their milkshake machine is down. Because what they do is they clean it. So it's not like it's broken or anything.
Oh, we
they
already
just start
know.
cleaning early so that they can get out at a decent time.
Yeah.
So they'll break it down and just not serve any more ice cream or anything.
There's a new meta for McDonald's. I learned it today. The
What?
soda machine is broken.
The soda machine is broken?
Yeah, I went to McDonald's today. They was like, we can only give you coffee or sweet tea. Our soda machine is broken.
Because they have those, what's it called?
Fountain machines?
Yeah, the ones that dispense like everything. You can
Oh, the
choose
freestyle.
it. And it's, free. You work there, yeah.
Yeah.
You work both of them, actually.
You're right.
But yeah, so it's more complicated to keep those running, like the maintenance on it. But anyway, I was on my way to pick up food for him on his way to his house, and I was like, they better not say that the ice cream machine is down. So I get there, and of course, they tell me that the ice cream machine is down.
And he didn't get
So
mad.
I was like, all right, bet. I don't want no ice cream. Let me get I look for the most expensive items on there. I think the double quarter pounder or whatever. It
Just to
made,
make them work?
$8.99. I ordered like 3 of those, and I was like, I got a lot of people to feed, and I was getting like all these different things. The total came out to like $70. She's like, all right, pull around so you can pay or whatever, and I just drove off. So I was like, they about to make this food. They inconvenience me, I'm gonna inconvenience them.
All I do is just make a milkshake.
That's funny though, cause like cause I worked at McDonald's, as soon as you start typing stuff in, they start working on it immediately. As soon as it pop up on the screen, and so like 60 things come on there, they go into overdrive, boom, 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 trying to knock it out. And if the first you come up, they tell you to pull up to the first window so you can pay, and then after you pay, by the time you get to the second window, the food should be done.
I took my time too because I knew that was gonna happen.
They're trying to hurry up and get it done by the time you already paying, so that they can have it sit up there for the runner, so he can give it to you at the window. So you just doing that right there. I know they were so mad. Was anybody else in line?
Yeah. I mean, it's a busy McDonald's.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if nobody else was in line, they was just working only on your order. I know they was throwing food around the place. They was so mad. I was working at one time. There was this dude. I went to school with him too. I was working at the cash register. They used to call me Michael Jackson because I was just like sliding, doing moonwalk and stuff and grease and stuff. So they called me MJ all the time. But I was at the register and I was putting in somebody's order, and I went to get them a smoothie. Yeah, smoothie. And when I was like moonwalking over there to get a smoothie and grabbed it and looked over this way, and I saw a dude drop a patty on the floor. And he looked at it and looked up at me and looked down and looked up at me and started smiling. He took that spatula, put that junk on the burger, put it and wrapped it up.
SpongeBob style.
See?
He didn't even pick it up and put it on there. He did it with the spatula. Damn.
Oh, I just moonwalked back to the cash register.
You know who else got hitters and stuff like that? Like Jay Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't say certain areas, like you can't say anything bad about him because niggas be knocking at your door like the next day.
It's crazy.
Suge used to be like that.
Suge. What is the life of the person who is that hitter for somebody? Like, let's say if you're Jay Prince or something, and you see like somebody said something about him in an interview, and you know, all right, I'm only 2 states away.
Oh, he's on payroll. That's his job.
Yeah.
Like that's what he does.
He the
like,
fall man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Just like majority of the Chicago rappers, that's how their life is.
That's another place that I don't play with them.
You don't want to play with none of them.
No.
I feel like them Chicago people, though, them Chirac boys, I feel like they just.
Either they're doing it themselves or they got somebody that's going to do it for them.
Yeah, but I feel like for them, like, for example, if we talk about Jay Prince, it's like it's a targeted, this person gets shot. Well, I feel like Chicago is like you said, there might be a payroll dude that's 2 states away. He'll go knock on this person's door, and boom, something happens, right? I feel like in Chicago, hey, I heard that Chief Keef got shot at or whatever. 2 weeks later, this dude just randomly got shot, and you're like, who shot him? Well, it could have been that person, that person, that person. I feel like it's not like a payroll. It's just like everybody in the city goes after that.
Chicago's wild like that.
It's a bounty.
That's one of the places. Chicago's like that.
Yeah, it's like the Wild Wild West.
But see, with Chicago rap though, if they're rapping, like if I had beef with Ri'Yadh, I would literally say all my beefs about Ri'Yadh and then his people all in that one song, then something might end up happening to me. So you'll know, oh, it's definitely from Ri'Yadh's side that did it. But we just don't know which one that did it.
I'm not gonna pick any sides or anything, but I like Von and Duck and all of them. Like their music, especially like Von when he walking through like his entire story, like how he went up the block and this happened and that happened and this happened and he shot back and he missed it, but I don't miss it and stuff like that. It's like that's vivid, you know. And
is he a good rapper? I didn't listen to that. I couldn't.
Von was a really good rapper.
Was he?
I feel like because the thing is he was new to it too, and I felt like he had so much potential to get better.
Just
so like
Duck.
when you hear him rapping, he was rapping fast, but I feel like if he had caught himself in like was smoother with his cadence and learn an artistic flow, he was gonna be so much better in the coming years. But he never got a chance to get that far.
Just like Duck. Duck was actually a good rapper one too, and then he got killed a few months before Von did.
Yes.
What do you think about Juice WRLD? Was he good? Because I don't listen to none of these new kids.
I didn't like any of Juice WRLD's music, but that boy can freestyle.
He was
forever.
like none of his songs were written. They was all freestyles.
Really?
Yeah.
And they
I
sounded
Off the
see
top.
videos. He would just be on like a radio show, and they just put a beat on, and he'll just be freestyle for like 10 minutes straight.
It was
all off the top of the head.
It was
And that's who?
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
It was literally one song that he actually released. He said, "I just messed up, but I'm gonna still keep it going, and I'm gonna release it anyway." And it's like a literal song that he actually released on an album. And he even said it in there. He said, "I'm still the freestyle king."
And I respect that. You know, I love freestyles. Like, music might not be all that. I never listen to any of his songs, but I respect somebody that can freestyle. Just like Snoop back in the day. Snoop could go on forever. He was dope with it, too. And I was waiting for him to release an album, but he didn't get a chance to.
Oh, Lil Snoop.
Yeah, Lil Snoop.
I thought Lil Snoop was a girl.
No, Lil Snoop was a dude. He was with
You
me.
thinking about Snoop from The Wire?
Right.
How my hair look?
Who else? XX
I
Tension.
feel like X. I like.
He could
I just
freestyle
know
too,
one
but
song.
he
That
just
song,
had a
Sad.
particular
I thought
style.
that was good.
Yeah.
I like his more like personal stuff. Those songs were pretty good because he be talking about some stuff that people don't talk about. It's like the first episode of the podcast, Cairo, when we were talking about like mental health and like the stuff people don't talk about. He would be talking about that stuff in his songs. I'm like, this junk. I understand why kids like them because that's what kids be going through, and you know they're just not allowed to talk about it with their friends and stuff.
What about
We're the
Mac
old
Miller?
guys now.
Yeah.
It's
Mac
crazy
Miller
we
was
are.
Nice. Nipsey was nice, but I feel like
Out of all those people, the only people I listened to was Mac Miller. And yep.
I feel like we're forgetting somebody.
I'm just
Somebody
talking about in the
that
past
died?
5 years.
Um.
Or that's about to die.
I'm surprised. Going back to Chicago, which you said somebody's about to die. How is Tekashi 6ix9ine still alive?
I don't know.
Witness protection. You can't touch him, man. He can talk as much onto you as he wants to, but you know, if you do anything, they already know he's beat them with. That's why he does it.
That's crazy.
But what?
When he went to Chicago, I was like, oh, okay, that's it.
Soldier Boy's out of
Get a
here.
run.
Oh yeah, Soldier was definitely about to be gone because
He's
when
out. He's out of here.
for
He
what
didn't even come on the
What'd he do?
Millennium Tour. When they
So
went to
when
Memphis.
Young Dolph died, he dropped the song that was a diss song.
No.
Yeah, but
Wait, after he died?
but see, he basically previewed it like 3 days before, but he literally waited the day after, and he was like, "Ha ha," and he dropped the song.
This on Young Dolph?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he
remember
out
he
here.
said that he put like $100,000 on. He put like a bounty on his head before, like when it was going
Why?
back and forth. Before he died. So you said he released it after? That's just not smart, man. They toured because he's on tour with all the like Little Bow Wow and B2K or whatever, like the Millennium Tour, and they went through Memphis and he didn't go. They was like, yeah.
Hey, but Soulja Boy untouchable though. I mean, think about it. Anybody come at Soulja Boy, you know, he just
What was
they
he
can't
saying?
they
What
can't
was he
touch
saying?
Soulja
Big
Boy.
Draco. Soldier Boy, he done got some bodies.
He got two, right?
So it's funny hearing about stuff like that because you know you never really expect it, but the baby killed a nigga in Walmart
It's true. And in his house.
right down the street. Gucci Man did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeezy's one of Jeezy's people. Remember during the versus battle, he
said
told him to go pick his man's up.
bonfired. Yep.
That's crazy, man. Jeez let that go too.
That's our era. When I say like I don't listen to the new rappers, like these new niggas just they here today gone tomorrow. No disrespect. But
Sad as it is,
Gucci,
man.
Jeezy, T.I., all of them like
And these guys aren't Tupac. Like these guys are dropping one album and they're out of here.
Yeah. And the thing is too is that a lot of times they pop because no pun intended, but they pop because they die. And it's like,
Have you noticed that's the reason why most of them like release like 5 albums in 1 year, and then they won't drop anything else no more?
is it albums or is it just like mixtapes and EPs and stuff?
Yeah,
People don't
EPs,
really
isn't it?
do like albums,
It's not
like
like full
mixtapes no
studio
more.
length
It's like
albums.
I feel
everything
like
goes straight
the
to
quality
streaming
is not the
services.
same.
That's
The
an LP.
So that's the thing. I feel like today it's not like you craft an art piece and then you release it as an album. I feel like today people just get in the booth and just start saying whatever they want to say, and there's no substance to it. Like you look at a J. Cole, he'll release an
I was
album,
just thinking that
and
Forest
he will literally craft every word and every
It's a
sound
concept.
that's in each song is purposeful. Today, people just be like, "Oh, this person got a beat. Let's go to the studio. Hey, dog, you want to come to the studio too? You want to come to the studio?" They got like 20 people in the studio. Everybody get on there, just rap whatever they want to say, and then even if they mess up, they just leave it in and stuff like that.
The reason why is because nobody buy hard like CDs no more. So it's basically you're playing for streams now. The more songs you release, more streams, more money. So nowadays, it's not like how it was back in the day. You'll make a whole album
also
and you're
just think it's
depending on how many records you sold.
I
Now,
also just think
streams.
that it's like just not a respect for the art. Like
that too.
you can make music and make money, but you don't have to respect the art of doing it. You know, it's like, well, I was gonna say like Globetrotters, but it's not the same thing. But like, I can easily take like a bucket of paint, throw it at a canvas, sell it on eBay for like a couple $1,000s because it seems artistic, but I'm not doing any work at all. When there are people who meticulously try to do something on a canvas and their art doesn't go that far.
I hate that about hip hop.
Did y'all hear that J. Cole ended up being right about Lil Pump?
What'd he say?
When was the last time you heard about Lil Pump?
What did he say
After
about
J.
Lil
Cole
Pump?
dissed
After
him?
the fall off.
Yeah, when he was like, he said, "I appreciate what you're doing for the industry or whatnot, but I want you to think about it smart." He said, "You save your money, invest in stuff. Don't just buy a brand new house or a brand new car because you have the money now." He said, "Invest because all the kids that's up to your music now might not be into it like 2 years from now, and you can be broke, and it end up happening."
That's what happens, man. You know how to take care of your money. You don't think about longevity. So what happened with Huey though?
I think they shot him.
He was killing
Like train tracks or something.
He got popped and then they locked him up and then they dropped him.
That's
Horrible.
wait, where's it from? Where's it from? St. Louis? The
Let's
Blues
see.
will come out here. Hey, that's a cheap flight. Listen, Huey was an amazing rapper and outstanding gentleman.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, we love Pop Lock and Drop.
I hate to watch Cowboy Bebop.
That's on Netflix, by the way. You can watch the show and then the anime, then watch the movie. It's only like 20 something episodes, so it's not even a whole lot.
So, what would you say your favorite non-pop movie?
Like anime that's just not like.
He just said
super
non-popular,
big.
not mainstream.
I would say.
Straight to the mainstream. Pokemon. I didn't realize that was an anime for like a long time though.
I guess you're right. I just realized it. I guess it is technically.
I like Erased. That was a good one. You saw Erased? That was a dope one. That was actually pretty sad. I didn't like the last episode too much, but everything else was good. And then there's one Promise Neverland.
Oh yeah, Promise Neverland's good.
Oh, I told you about that, right? That was
Oh,
good.
wow. Have you seen Parasite?
But isn't that
I
considered
haven't
like?
seen it yet.
Parasite is really good.
But isn't that like popular? Mainstream.
I think when you think mainstream, it's Attack on Titan, Bleach,
Attack on
One
Titan,
Piece.
Naruto,
Hunter,
Bleach,
Hunter,
Hunter,
stuff like
Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter's a jam.
What else?
Hunter Hunter's a jump down.
Yeah,
Killer
Fullmetal
Alchemist.
Alchemist.
Is so good. Full Metal.
Full Metal Alchemist. Some people will say.
That's my favorite.
That's a really good.
think that's my
one. I
favorite.
Attack
You
on
guys
Titan's
named all
my favorite.
the except for the most important one.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, DBZ?
Is,
Dragon Ball Z.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
that
Yeah.
recently got popular.
You what? You know JoJo?
I think that recently got popular, and that's only because of TikTok.
That's weird because like me and Kaden, if you say anything remotely related to JoJo, Kaden will pull out all the quotes and phrases and everything, which is weird. It's really nerdy.
He be doing his stance. He like, shut up, you do that.
He's like, all the poses and stuff. He's like, order. I was like, Kaden, come on, please stop. Because it's like, all right, I watch anime. I love anime. I probably watched that before a lot of other stuff that comes out now, but like. Kaden, you just crossed the line into nerd.
He's back there watching it now.
He probably is, honestly. Actually, he was watching Bleach a whole lot. Sometimes I have to like pull them back a little bit. Like, Kaden, you gotta let me know what you're watching before you watch it, because I know a lot of anime would throw some. Like we were watching My Hero one time.
Oh yeah, I watched that too.
It was good, right? It was.
Kaden actually put me on.
It's kid friendly, and then all of a sudden, a random episode of like the girls like in the pool with
the
like
little grape boy.
Yeah, being perverted.
Free.
Dog, that jump be catching me off guard because me and Kaden will be watching the episode together, and out of nowhere he'll make a joke about like something sexual. I'm like, whoa, and then the girls be
Hey,
I'm
yo.
your father. Hey, yo.
Bing bong. No.
What do you say? What would you say to Joe Byron right now in the fucking Oval Office?
Hey, take me on a
Hey,
tape.
yo.
hey, yo. Hey, Byron. Yo, he's like, Ariana Grande, come to Coney Island, mama.
Take that spin on that cyclone, mama.
If you
I
see
miss
these
you.
two dogs in the front, yo.
Just know I go upstairs going hard. Bing bong.
It's good, but I feel like I talked to some kids actually who watch a lot of anime, and I realized there's something different between like me and the kids who watch anime today. They're all caught up.
They're into like hentai and stuff.
No, they're
Oh, let's bleep that out.
We don't have to. Everyone knows.
You know what else we didn't say? One Punch Man.
I thought you were gonna say the whale.
I'll bleep that out.
Just the assassination class.
Yeah, but that's
tried.
popular though.
I couldn't get into it.
It gets better at the end, like towards the middle.
Is Avatar an anime?
No, but people like to.
It's
Boondocks?
it's a
Boom, hey,
it's not-
Boondocks is.
It's an anime.
Well, I mean, it's
I
anime
like The Last
style,
Airbender.
but I guess anime is considered has to be like from Japan or Korea or something like that. Anyway, Boondocks.
Afro Samurai. I'm looking through all the shows.
Afro Samurai, definitely.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how good Afro Samurai was.
So and it was like a limited. I think it was on like 3 seasons and 2 movies.
Yeah, I mean, it had a clear
Oh, it was
story.
so good.
Boondocks was supposed to come back last year or this year.
I think because John Witherspoon passed, that halted like production.
Yeah, that happened a while ago though.
I got these electrodes on me. I have to do this test.
They're on you right now.
Yeah.
Test for what?
Did you not
For
take
my
a shower?
dog. Come on, bro. Edit
Oh,
that out, man. Yo, I was looking at him. I was like, I hope he don't say that because I took the test last night. I showered and then I took the test and we got up early and started doing stuff. I didn't. But yeah, she put like 50 of them on me. I had like 1, 2, 3, 4 on same size, and I had like 3 up here on my neck, all down my back, my butt, my legs. And what it does is it's like little electrodes, and they hook it up to a machine, and they determine like your range of motion if you're in pain. So if you are injured and do like a workers' comp claim, they can determine like where you were compared to where you are now. But I got 2 of them that I couldn't get off because I'm like super hairy, and I just didn't want to take them off.
Is that what it's for? Workers' comp, or what's the reason for you
It's
have
like a precautionary measure that the jobs do.
That is crazy.
Oh,
And
really?
they sent me to do that to make sure, because like.
So did they tell you what your results were?
No, she was like, everything looks good, and you'll never have to take this again. Only time you need this is if you get injured and you file a workers' comp claim. So,
I never heard that before. Though. That's
jobs
crazy.
legit, man.
It has to be because everything they put.
Job is legit.
First of all, they did the hair strand.
Oh yeah.
Nuh-uh.
I've only heard of it. I've never seen anyone do it.
What was that, like an ancestry DNA test or something?
My junk is in the system, whatever it is. I mean,
They
'cause
make it a
normally
clone,
I think
that's
if you
what
do
they
a P test,
What if you deny it? You can't get the job.
no,
Or what if you're bald?
They got
does he
something
care?
there.
He has a gang of pubes down there from what he told us. It's about as long as my beard.
Yuck.
That butt hair should work, right?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I got plenty of crack there for you. Yeah, but instead of doing that, they took it straight from my beard. She cut a big chunk out too. I thought if I had a sister, she would have known. She would have like, well, let me just get these couple over here or something like this. The white girl, she just took scissors, like some Office Max scissors. Out the thing, and she was like, I'm gonna need all of this scissors. Boom. I was like,
it hurt your heart a little bit,
man.
At least let me pick it out first. She's like, you can't pick out each hair that you want me to take.
She didn't know what a pick was.
Did you see that TikTok with a girl walking around to like all her teammates? Like, what is this called?
Yeah.
And then like all like
Crazy.
most of the white girls are like, a brush?
Like a hair?
How's that?
Hair pick or a hair brush?
Is that a comb?
How do you not
Close
know?
enough. And then obviously all the black girls like, that's a pick. We know what that is. Did you cut your beard because November was over?
Mm-hmm.
I need to do that. I'm gonna go to a barber. This is gonna be the first time I ever got a beard shape up.
You don't get it shaped up or cut.
Shaped up and just
I
trimmed.
mean, at this point, you can't even tell. I can't even imagine you without any facial hair.
I'm not gonna cut it off. It's just
I'm just saying, I can't imagine you without facial hair.
me either. I'm scared to take it off, man.
You probably have a really fat face.
I feel like my face would be fat. I feel like my face has gotten
It's just
rounder.
the double chin thing that you're like, dang, I had a double chin.
I don't think control.
That's the only thing
I just think my chin is not long enough. Like my chin stops like here, when with my facial hair it looks like it's more down here.
Yeah.
And so if I cut it all off, then my face is gonna be like whoop and just be like that. Where I think that's a long story, but I feel like that's more because of my wisdom teeth that got pulled in my teeth.
Oh, did you get them pulled?
I was there. I took him.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
that was crazy.
He got super drugged up and was talking crazy and talking about how you be fucking bitches and punching niggas in the mouth.
He was like,
That's not true at all.
ever come down to see me in Memphis?
I remember I went back and apologized the next day to the nurses because
Oh my God.
I kept like telling every single nurse outside,
Loud.
I love you so much.
The lady
I
was
was
like, get this nigga out of here. When I pulled up to the little like, pickup spot, he was
They're
like,
like,
just
"Get your
smiling. Yeah, drugged up. I made sure I recorded all of it.
Good.
They told me not to like drink through a straw. They told me not to do anything physical, blah blah blah. Not to eat anything too salty. As soon as we left, we went to McDonald's. They gave me some fries and some ice cream, drinking out of a soda, and then later on that day, we went and played basketball.
I remember we went to go pick up Granddaddy, and he was like that. He was doing all the same things. It's crazy. I would never want to do that.
That morphine and
He was like, take this turn right here. Man, I used to talk to this girl back there. I wonder if she still stayed there.
I was like 60 years ago, Granddad, she probably dead now.
I just looked at her, I was like, she out of here. She been out of here. Boy, he was talking some trash, boy. Man, we're trying to get him out.
All right, Granddad be giving up crazy.
Big
He
time.
drinking stuff like that. I'm never around.
Yeah.
Never around, and I don't be lying.
People be
Reckless with the
Jehovah's
mouth.
Witness and Christian and all that stuff. And as soon as they get some drink in them or something like that, the truth come out. What's the saying? Kids and
If you two people that never lie are kids and alcoholics.
Um,
I can ask Control right now when the last time your daddy had a woman over there. He was like, well, I mean, my auntie.
oh, Caden?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you said control. I was like,
I
what?
think he did say.
You did say control.
I can ask Caden right now when the last time his daddy had a girl over. Like, well, they was in the room and he said that they was wrestling, but really I think they were having sex.
Kaden probably knows about that.
He does. We had that conversation.
About the birds and the bees?
When do you have that conversation?
When they ask the questions. Because the thing is, like, when they start getting curious, you want to let them know before they start learning it from their friends.
Because you learn all type of wrong stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All type of raw stuff.
And you learn it the
Does
wrong
it hurt
ways,
when they
too.
put it in your butt, daddy? Like,
Daddy?
son, it's not how it works.
It's not supposed to hurt.
I mean, it's supposed to hurt, but I mean, it's supposed to hurt good.
How do you even
Where's
have
your mom
that
at?
talking this day and age?
You got to do it with
way
the
that
girl.
Society is. It's not even like the birds and the bees no more. Now it's like the birds and the bees and the birds and the birds, the bees and the bees that want to be birds.
And a chameleon
Birds-
gets in there
used to be
somehow.
bees.
The birds and bees that are not bees or
Yeah.
birds.
Do you want to be a bird or a bee? First of all,
Yeah.
Is it how you want to be?
Wait, you can't say that, Nathan. You're gonna get us canceled. It's not about what you want to be. It's about what are you really?
How do you identify? Are you a butterfly?
It's crazy because games, like I was playing Forza.
Oh yeah.
I was playing Forza.
I thought that was a
5.
meme. I didn't know you was actually saying
That
that.
was a screenshot from my game in my home, like on the Xbox. Playing Forza 5, a race car game. You got to create a driver, and one of the prompts is, "What do you identify as?" And it was like he, she, him, her,
They, them.
and them. And I just
It's like, man, I just want a car. Like,
I'm just trying to drive the
don't
car.
bring your politics in. I just came to drive the Corvette.
That's crazy.
I hope this doesn't come off like insensitive.
It's not. It'll come. off as funny.
I'm at the point to where I really just don't care anymore.
Really?
I really just don't care. If I see someone who's mixed or all messed up or whatever, I just be like, it is messed up. There's only two sexes. There's only two
Oh
megenders.
yeah, let's
No, I mean,
chop this out.
I don't care.
Man,
I
it's a good thing
really,
we
I've got to the point now, in all seriousness, is that I don't care if people are offended. You have the right to be offended. I have the right to my opinion. Nothing that I say is true. Nothing I say that it has to be the law. But it's like, I feel the way I feel. You feel the way you feel. If you want to be offended, fine. I don't want to hear about it. Go write it in your journal.
Go right.
Save it for the comment section, bitch. Are you
Like-
gonna edit out every time I curse?
No.
No.
Why would I?
I mean, we go through this whole thing about racism, about gay, and it's like, if you're gay, who
What words can I
cares?
say?
You can say whatever you want.
It depends. Probably a word you don't.
I think the worst thing is the F bomb.
Is it though?
That's your
No,
favorite.
no.
word,
There's other words like
I
you
use
can't say like
all the F bombs.
The F bomb is your favorite word.
the FUCK bomb. I'm not talking about the FAGGOT bomb because both of those are like pretty bad.
I mean, it is what it is. Like last time we was playing a game and the white dude's on there and he's calling us all sorts of niggas. And then when we got off, so Lily was like, "You know, your headphones are really loud. How can y'all have to sit up there and put up with it? You can't turn them off."
I'm to it.
I was like, oh, "We can turn it off, but that's the best part about it. That's what makes it fun." Like,
That was my motivation.
Yeah.
I'm killing fools. Like my KD spread, like I'm really good at Call of Duty. And like you'll kill somebody and you'll just hear like the hot mic and they'll just like nigger. That's the funniest thing ever.
it's hilarious.
That is the funniest
It
thing.
is
Hey, that's how you know
hilarious.
you won.
Yeah. It never gets old. Like, and it, like rules we were playing the other night, and then the guy says it at the end, and then it's like, I guess he thought we was gonna get mad, but we all just started laughing and was just started roasting him.
I think I saw a video where like the white dude was like getting beat and he just shout out the N word, and then the black dude was like, "Oh, you thought I was gonna hurt us?
Yeah.
Okay, it's our turn now." It was like, "Oh, you want to talk about mothers?"
I mean, it was like even the other dudes when we was in there, we was talking about our names. Like, watch, you was in there, right? Was you in there that night? That was last night. And the dude they were talking about our names and stuff, and talking about our moms and being from the South, and we were just going back and forth. I mean, it's all fun and
Hey,
games.
we was playing 2K, and that dude, what was he from, Philly or something? He was talking trash about Charlotte, and y'all was giving him the business. Do you remember that?
Bro, we get into so many heated like
So many.
exchanges with people on Xbox Live. Like it's ridiculous.
And we gotta just be saying the most ridiculous stuff. He be talking so much junk. Yeah, you be coming back with some
remember.
fire though.
I don't even remember.
We have to like.
He was like, on your mama, that's on your mom, something, or your mama, something like
He
that.
said, "Oh my mama, you something." I was like, "Nigga, I was on your mama." It was something like that.
Pretty sure I said that, but all right.
Stay traumatized.
We gotta stream. You gotta stream eventually because you. Be
Yeah,
saying
you get
some
like
stuff.
$50 off Twitch. I mean, that's gold. That's comic gold, man. You can't make it up.
You're the one that really like just capture your audio and the stuff that you be saying in the conversations you be getting into. Because you be having serious conversations. You be talking trash. People be talking trash to you. Also, you getting mad and be saying some crazy stuff. Like you go all across. Like all
You
the
gotta
things,
pay $2K.
all the things that people, go to people's Twitch stream for. It's the stuff that you be doing when you're playing. And you got it. Yeah.
And especially at Call of Duty because you're pretty good at it.
I'm very good.
You got the nice setup too.
I do have a nice setup.
For now, until you babyfy it.
You just gotta keep bringing that up. Huh?
Yep.
He brings up the baby and you not working all the time. I had to cut that out of the podcast one time because he just drilled in a little bit.
Because what I'm waiting for is him to say, "I don't want you to talk about that." That's what I have to say. I'm gonna keep dropping little subtleties. Because eventually it's gonna add up, and he's not gonna be able to edit everything out. So if it's off topic,
it's gonna be chopped out.
if it's off,
Hey, remember?
I mean, at what point though? I mean, a year from now you're gonna be sitting here with a baby, and then it's gonna be like we're gonna say something. You're like,
Just
"Hey man,
blurred the whole time.
what the baby do to you?" So everybody in this picture is out of my life. They're blurring everybody out, even the baby.
But
I was about to say something else.
I don't know. I was just gonna say you need to stream.
I see other streamers and I'm like, I can do this 10 times better than what he's doing. Like, this guy has no personality. Or now all of them say the same thing. All the kids are like, your dog water, you're trash, you're doing this.
Yeah.
Like the same verbiage.
And be hacking the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't like.
Hey guys, what's up? I hate that when you go onto a YouTube channel and people just try to be so personal. They're like, hey, I got so much energy. Yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to go over here. And, this is my YouTube channel. Go and hit that like and subscribe button. I'm like,
and it's always like, and smash that like button like I smashed your mom last night.
That was a joke. Yeah, so, I don't know. Maybe, man.
You just gotta do it, man, and see what happens. Have it
Maybe
pop
I'll
off.
get discovered.
Start monetizing.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
I
I want to do
subscribe.
something. I always said I wanted to be a pastor.
No way. It'd be a good extra income for the baby. I always said a pastor too because you're good at bullshitting. Like you would be perfect for it. Like I could honestly see you like being locked up.
Because you don't believe in
Locked up.
religion or anything, right? God is fake.
I didn't hear
You think God is fake and Jesus Christ is really Santa Claus. They're the same thing, and you think our religion is just a scam.
You have
Huh?
Talk about it.
no. What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
I was gonna say you have some pastors who get locked up because that's all they do.
Oh, Ri'Yadh will be going down. He's out of here. I mean, he's gonna make a lot of money, but he's out of here. Those pastors never get in trouble. They just lose their credibility. That's
they
it.
get just the whole tax evasion and all that stuff. And there was one pastor,
Even the dude from Elevation got caught. He took all that money and built that $22 million house and said, "Oh yeah, I'm in a rock band too." And
I don't think that was like anything that I don't think they took him to court or anything.
No, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there are like for example,
And he's still preaching right now.
there was a pastor who I think he like skipped out on tax or used church funds for something like that, and they audited him, and he has like a whole there's videos on YouTube of him.
Oh, the deposition. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, why did you feel the need to buy?
Oh, you don't have to. That was Creflo.
Not him, but it was another guy. Creflo did get in trouble too. But I was just saying, like, you can get in trouble. It's just-
None of them
Hey,
have
do I
ever
look
gone.
like him? Someone told me that I look like. I remember that name.
Excuse me, Creflo Dollar? No.
And who was the other one? Lonnie Love or something like that. Loveless.
Yeah, that's a boom.
It was the black dude. No, it was another one. They caught him. He was like, well, did you buy this? You got caught doing this, doing that. And he was getting out of like the brand new BMW at the time. He was like, where'd you get this car from? You said that you didn't have a car.
It could have been him.
Who's the other dude? Furtech or Furntech?
Furtick is the one that's here in Elevation.
Yeah, he got caught. Same thing with him.
Yeah,
Still
but he's not like. When you say caught, are you talking about like illegal?
embezzling money
Really?
from his church.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was all in the news. He was. It was like $22 million. He's like, oh no, I made that money selling books. He's like, well, you promised that to the church.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was just like they saw his mansion and stuff, and was like, this is how much it costs and all that stuff. I'm talking about like actual like legal things being brought upon him. Like
there's nothing. There's nothing to bring upon him.
Well, I'm saying there are pastors who face jail time or financial
Face jail time for what? All it could be is tax evasion.
That's what I'm talking about. Tax
Church,
evasion.
the church don't pay tax.
No, but you have to pay tax.
Well, yeah, but that's a personal thing. The thing is,
that's what I'm asking you. Like, is he in trouble, or is he just like people knows?
People just know. I would rather. So, if you're a pastor, would you rather get in trouble for tax evasion or for embezzling money from your church?
Yeah, obviously tax evasion.
Yeah. So these guys are only getting things prosecuted against them because of like the law, like tax evasion.
Right.
But also, he's robbing every member of his church and building houses with their money. and lying
so
to them about it.
What I was asking was like, because you kept saying like he was getting caught, and when I'm thinking about getting
Is
caught, I'm talking about
like-
people who actually like face jail time or have to pay.
Oh, yeah.
Financial penalties. And
No,
stuff
I'm
like
talking
that.
about the opposite. I mean, people, you can be a pastor and forget to pay your taxes. It's not a bad thing. I mean, you just
tax evasion is a big difference from like.
I mean, you can forget to pay your taxes. I mean, there's forms that I forget to pay, and then they hit me, and it's like.
Speaking
well, I
of
forgot.
taxes, you hear that Dane Cook's brother? You know who Dane Cook is, right?
Dane Cook, the comedian.
Comedian.
He's so funny, man.
His brother was working for him at doing his finances.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been stealing money from him for years, like over millions of dollars for years, and he didn't know anything about it. Because he's like, dude, I thought this was going to taxes. I thought this was going here and there and there. And then when we had to ask you the questions about looking at the books, you were like all weird about it. And we found out that you and your wife are. He said they had money like in the walls from him that was his because like they were skimming it and stuff. It's crazy that your brother could do that to you, right?
He wrote. He was a guy after the shooting. From The Dark Knight, when the dude shot at the theater, he got on live TV and said he probably shot it up because the movie was so long, which was hilarious. And everyone gave him.
Why'd you do that, Ri'Yadh? I wasn't gonna laugh until you did.
He said it the next day, and everyone's like, "That was just so wrong. How could you do that? You're so insensitive." And he said, "Listen, I'm gonna be honest, and we all know this as comedians. When it comes to comedy, it's not about what you say. It's about who says it first. Because we were all thinking it. I just had the balls to say the joke first.
That's just like, what? Go ahead. I think you're about to say.
I was about to say, who's my man, Bill Maher? When he made that joke, when he was like, "I'm just a house nigga." You could tell who all was on the panel. They were looking at him like, that was a funny joke. But should you have said it? Even when he said it, it was like, it's worth it. I'm gonna say it because it was funny.
But it's just like that's
What
like
did he say?
He said, "Oh, I don't know anything about that type of work. I'm a house nigga."
what's
Who
that?
said that?
Bill Maher. You don't remember? Ice Cube got on the show and was talking.
Bill Maher, the white guy on HBO.
Yes.
F is for family.
No, that's Bill Murray. Bill Murray. Wait.
Bill Murray and Bill Maher are both white, and one is the Ghostbusters, the other one has his
He's
show
not
on HBO.
confusing Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is Garfield. Bill Burr. Bill Burr is
It's no
the
way there's
ginger.
a Bill
I mean
Maher and Bill
yeah,
Burr.
cut that out. Is the redhead. And Bill Maher is
The what? What?
Wait, it's not Bill Maher. It's something Maher.
Maher.
Oh, make sure we got the right.
Him right there.
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had Religulous, which
Yeah.
Right, which
I
was a
thought was
great
really
documentary.
good.
I sent it to my dad. He was like, "Oh, this is filth. He doesn't believe in God and this and that and this and that." I'm like, "Nigga, did you just sell crack this morning?" I hate that, man.
Yeah, I hope your daddy don't see that.
He doesn't know anything about YouTube.
Oh, I was gonna say that comedian. I can't remember his name, but he made a joke. I think it was on Twitter or something about Kobe Bryant the day after he died.
I thought they was gonna kill him.
Who said that?
I can't remember his name.
Was somebody popular?
Yeah, it's like it's just he's not like making movies and stuff. But the reason why is because he doesn't care. He's like
Whatever happened to the one guy? I'm sorry, I'm not to cut you off, but so let's just stay on this topic about cancel culture and stuff. Whatever happened to the guy who he was a black guy? He was popular. He was in the Star Wars movie. He was Finn in the Star Wars movie.
Oh,
What did
Boyega.
he do again?
Boyega.
He did something. He protested or said something on
Was it about the vaccine or Black Lives Matter?
He
Probably
did say
Black
some
Lives
stuff
Matter.
during Black Lives Matter. I remember that. But that's around the time.
But did they cancel him? Like, did he finish making other
I don't
movies?
know.
This upset some folks.
I don't think so.
People get canceled all the time, man.
Ari Schaefer, that's his name. He made that joke about Kobe. See if you can find out what the joke was, because I think it was funny, but it's like, by the way,
He was just saying that a rapist died.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's what it was. He's like, I
It
don't know why
wasn't a joke.
everybody's all emotional and giving these condolences. Like,
That's
he
so
was-
ignorant. I mean, he didn't rape anybody. He was
Nope.
never. I mean, he was
Everything.
accused by her, but that's it.
But that's the thing about those accusations. They
He
stick, whether it's true or not.
He said Kobe Bryant.
I mean,
died
it just
23
depends who you are
years.
because Ben
late.
Roethlisberger literally raped somebody and nothing came about.
That's crazy that you can get away from that. Get away with that stuff. He said Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late today. Why don't they
Got
just
away
put the
with
whole
rape
thing?
because of all the Hollywood liberals who attack comedy. Enjoy
Rooting for the Lakers.
more than they
Dislike rape.
Big ups to a hero who forgot to gas up his chop. See,
Yeah,
I hate the Lakers
that's not a
like
joke.
that.
No, it's not a joke. He was just mad because Kobe had a bigger dick than him, basically.
That's what it comes down to.
I think a lot of stuff it's little dick energy. That's all it is. Would you rather have the toilet paper roll from the bottom or roll over the top?
What? How do you go?
I think from the bottom is better.
I think top. I
Rolling
used to do
underneath.
bottom. I used to be. I was gonna say I used to be a bottom. I like top now.
Don't matter. I don't even wipe my
Well, do you wipe from? Well, I was gonna say, do you wipe from front to back or back to front?
How do you wipe back to?
I think it's impossible to wipe from back to front. If you go that way,
You hitting the gooch at that point.
The
it's
gooch.
just terrible.
You just.
No, I always go.
You just dump
Front
it
to
in the
back.
trench at that point.
And that gabagoo. All right,
I think everybody has to like front to back.
let's wrap this story up.
What was the question?
If you go out on a date, what are some things that you shouldn't or should order on the first date?
I'm thinking.
And while we're talking about it, let's go ahead and go over some topics and some questions that you should ask on a first date.
Sure. I think first date I want to order sloppy wings. I mean, I want wings that are gonna make a mess. Cause I even talked about this with some guys at work. Like, I want my girl to not be afraid to be who she is in front of me. And you know, like when you eat wings, your hands gonna get messy, your face might get messy a little bit. I don't want anybody that's gonna try to put on a mask when we go on a first date, cause I want to know who you are as soon as we go out. And I feel like you go and eat somewhere, and people try their best to be like as polite as they can and be as neat as they can and all put together as they can. And I'm like, I want to see the good and the bad, so I know what I'm getting myself into. So I'm trying to take you out so we can hit a wing spot real quick, get you off balance a little bit. You know, I want to see what's gonna come out, so I know, you know, where we go next from here. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. We'll see. I don't know. I might crack some insensitive jokes to see if we can take it.
So what's something that you wouldn't order?
Wouldn't order?
Or that you wouldn't want her to order?
Anything vegan.
Because that says a lot to her character.
Nah, I just feel like vegan people try too hard to be
To her
vegan.
character.
And
You come across as someone who's like that.
what?
That you would be like, I'm vegan, I can't eat.
Really? Why you say that?
It's just your personality. I wouldn't be surprised if you became vegan.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
So what are some things you would talk about on the first date?
Talk about?
And just to set up, you know, the hypothetical, let's just say you've been talking to this girl for 6 months, or you've known her, you know, for a couple years, and you're gonna go out with her. It's your first time asking her out.
Oh, known her for a couple years? I think, yeah.
Yeah, but you haven't been dating. You know, you just finally built up the courage to ask her out.
But we've been friends for years?
Sure, you've been friends with a girl.
You never been friends with a girl before?
Not unless I was sleeping with her,
I
gonna
have.
sleep with her, or have slept with her.
Really?
Yep. Otherwise,
Well, now
what's the
I have a
purpose of hanging
question.
around with them?
You don't think it's possible to be friends with a girl?
No. Next question.
At all? Without, like, being sexually attracted to her?
Platonically?
Yeah.
What do you do with a girl? You go out and have drinks and make jokes?
That
Women
is
aren't funny?
Actually weird.
Okay, so you have a lot of friend girls?
Yeah.
What do you guys
I'm
do?
not even attracted to at all.
And what do you guys
hang
do?
out every once in a while?
And do what?
we have two friends. I went to one of the girls. She had a baby shower,
Interesting.
and both of my friends there. I still talk to them to this day.
Yeah.
From my last job.
Okay.
Not attracted to him in that way at all.
And you went to a baby shower?
Went
You
to a
buy her,
baby shower.
did you buy him something?
No, but I have gotten them things before.
Okay, starting to make sense.
I have another friend who her son and my son are friends. They would play together and stuff.
Do
It's
you,
not hard to be friends with somebody. I mean, if they're genuinely interesting and like have good conversation.
what do you guys talk about?
Anything in life. Like sometimes they even ask you for advice and stuff. And sometimes I can even just say I don't know. I don't have the answers.
Okay. So on this date, what do you talk about to this girl that you have feelings for?
Did I have feelings for?
But now it's interesting because now you were friends.
Yeah, it's different because I don't know. It depends on how far we gotten in our in our conversations as a friend.
And the goal here is to, you're obviously pursuing her romantically, so.
Yeah. Because like that's the thing too. Like I want to know about people. I'm interested in people in general, so I ask personal questions and stuff. So even as a friend, I would have already like broken down some walls. I have a friend who I text her the other day. I know I'm not answering your question right now.
Go ahead. I'll let you
I have
ride.
a friend I text the other day. Every year I'll say happy birthday to her. She'll say happy birthday to me. And I sent her a picture of something that Kaden drew the other day and said that he was drawing a picture of you. He's never seen her before. He don't even know who she is. Never met her before. But it was just a joke, the inside joke that we have. And I remember when we first started talking as friends because it was a friend group.
You have inside jokes with women?
Yeah. Just like you have inside jokes with men. Not every relationship. Like I don't go out and hang out with guys because I want to have sex with them.
No, but that's what women are for.
Yeah, but I don't go out and have conversations with them just because I want to have sex with them. Sometimes they may have a topic that I'm interested in talking about. What if there's a girl that want to talk about football? I'm gonna talk about football.
Why would I do that when I can just talk to my friend about football?
That's how you make friends, Cairo.
I got enough friends. I got guy friends that I talk about football about.
Well, then don't talk to any more guys then either.
Why? Those are my friends that I talk to football.
No, I'm saying don't talk to any more guys. You said you have enough friends.
I don't. I mean, I really don't.
All right, so why would you have any conversations with anybody outside of your friend group then?
I kind of don't, unless I have to work with them or that's it.
All right, well then keep your bubble small. My bubble's not like that.
I like my bubble small.
Okay, my bubble is small too, but I still have layers of a bubble inside another bubble.
We noticed that.
Okay, and again, I talk to guys just like I talk to girls. I don't
Interesting.
enter conversation with people with an ulterior motive.
Well, that's probably one of the reasons you don't enter a lot of women. Listen, what are you going to say
That's
to the
my
woman
choice,
on
too.
your date, though? On your date?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing. You can talk to them about football in that case.
We can talk about football.
Yeah, but then what happens when you're married? Let's say that the date goes well and you're married and it's Sunday. You've been with her all week. Then been at work. You just want some time to yourself. You got the kids. And you go in there and you finally get some time and you want to watch a football game. And then she comes in and starts naming off all the stats to the running back for the New York Giants and talking about all the analytics and, what he went through that week. And it's like, I just want time to myself. Why are you in here? I'm watching football. She's going to be like, well, babe, I like football too, remember? Then you sit back, you put your hand in your pants to relax. And she sits back too, opens her leg and puts her hands in her pants too. And y'all just sit back there. And she's like, you want to get some sloppy wings and just eat wings all day and just, that's what you want? I'm asking. I'm not judging you. I'm just asking.
To be fair, that sounds like a good time to me, honestly. I mean, what do you want from your girl on a lazy Sunday?
3 S's. Sex, sandwich, and silence.
So you're only in it. So you tell me, okay, let me make sure I'm clear here. Any girl that you end up being with, the only thing they're good for is sex and food.
Cleaning, I guess.
To answer your question, me,
Oh, what do you expect? I mean,
a lifetime friendship.
just get a friend.
Yeah, but my friend can't be home with me all the time. Like, you're my friend, right?
Yeah.
Do you spend the night with me?
No, that would be weird. Why would I spend the night with you?
Exactly. I want a friend that can spend the night with me. A friend that I don't mind being physical with as well.
Well, okay, well then you have to separate the two.
How do you separate? Why do you have to separate the two? Why can't you have a
If I
friend
want
and a wife?
I mean, you can. You're supposed to
I
marry.
mean, we talking about Ri'Yadh. Ri'Yadh watches anime with his wife.
Careful.
He watches anime with his wife, right?
Okay. Yep.
They watch the same shows. They cook together.
Mhm.
These are not just what. This is not just like my sex partner activity. These are my friend activities as well.
Mm-hmm.
You have both in this in one person. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to have that. I like to cook. I want my wife to be in the kitchen with me while I'm cooking.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm watching, me and Kaden are sitting here watching TV. I want my wife to be in here watching TV too. I want to be able to read a book, and then she likes the book and she reads a book, and then we have conversations about it. I want my wife to go to the same church and we talk and pray for the same people together. These are all things that I feel like our lives we'll be walking the same path together, so that we will be doing the same things, liking the same things, and obviously she's going to be different and she's going to have her own friend groups and things like that. But every aspect of my life she will know about, and I'll know everything about her life. And then when we come together, we bring those two things. We bring our two lives together and we walk the same road, and we are an extension of each other. But you're talking about all I need her for is just sex and food.
No, I mean, everything you said sounds gay. I mean, okay, but you still never answered my question.
Well, so first date, like I said, I don't know, because it depends. You're talking about friends for years. It's a little bit different. But like on the first date, first I want to know what her favorite.
The girl that all that you wanted, this is the girl that you're talking to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so first date, obviously I want to know what her faith is. See, we align, because that automatically shows like how we're going to parent and how we're going to
On the first date.
Well, yeah, I don't want to get like 5 dates in and find out, oh, we don't even believe the same things, and we might not even want to live together because we don't believe the same stuff.
Okay.
Right? Like, for example, what if you go on a date with someone that you say that you go on a date 5-6 dates.
We're gonna get to me. Go ahead, finish yours, and then you can drill me the way I did you.
Just because I want to talk about that one thing. What she believes, just a little bit, like, tell me about yourself, like family. Well, if I know her for years, I know a little bit more. And you know me, I ask personal questions, so I'll probably like end up asking a personal question or two. But most importantly, if I've known her for years, I really want to just know what she believes and what she's looking for in a relationship. And where, you know, kind of like, what do you look for in a relationship? What do you believe? Right now, today, first day, we're just hanging out and see what happens. The next day, then we get a little bit more intentional about, or what are we looking for in this that we're doing right now? Because I don't want to just like be going on dates and date and date and date and date, and then find out like 7-8 dates in that she's not even feeling me, that she's already talking to another guy. I'm like, well, I've invested 7-8 dates in you, and you talk to somebody else. I want to know intentionally, what are we doing from like second date?
So you date with intention.
Pretty basically. I mean, why not date with intention unless you're just out to smash?
No, I agree with you. I mean, I agree with dating with intention.
Yeah, I date with intention. I want to know. I mean, obviously, first date sometimes can just be, let's see if we even like each other's company one-on-one.
Right.
And then second date is like, all right, what are we doing here? We like the first date. We're doing it again. What's next after second date?
Okay. You want to chime in on this? It was your question. Is there any reason in particular?
What about you?
Me? Are we good?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Wash.
Yeah, say what you're going to say, Watch.
Are we still good?
Yeah, it's just TV channel.
Just talk. What was the question again?
It was your question.
What was your question?
Man, I gave like 4 questions on the topic.
You should order on their first date, but they added more. Basically, what do you look for, or what's the first thing you ask them?
You take a girl out, same scenario as control. You take a girl out on a date. It's your first date. What are some things that you order? What are some things that you want her to order? How do you coordinate the date? Like, is there anything in particular you want her to wear? A time of day? You're going to pick her up? And what are some things that you're going to talk about on your first date?
Well, I just want to know things to talk about. I guess where you're from, your identity, where you're born and everything. I don't really. All that other stuff don't really bother me. The question was basically what you shouldn't order on a first date. I'm gonna say expensive wine or expensive drink, like the high end bourbon stuff.
That you wouldn't order that, or that you wouldn't expect her to order.
I wouldn't expect her to order, because you get drunk on the first date, or
Not only that, it could be like an indicator of her saying, "I'm just gonna use his pockets right now."
exactly.
I agree.
But as far as me on a date with someone, like things to ask, it's just
What are your intentions on the first date? I mean, you just dating her to smash, just in and out, or are you trying to look forward to another date, or
it's
how do you end the date?
just getting to know her first. I mean, smashing will come later, especially you get into the 4, 5, 6 dates or whatever.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add to that? Because once you said 4, 5, 6 dates, here's my thing. If I'm dating someone, it has to be intentional. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a good thing. It doesn't have to be, well, I'm dating you with the intention of marrying you. But I have to let it be known up
What
front.
your intention are? Yeah.
Yeah, so if we're going out, I have to set the rules. Because I'm going to be the one to pay. I'm going to be the one to coordinate it. If she wants to be the man, if she wants to say, hey, well, we're going here, take me here, I'm like, cool, pick me up at 8. I know how she looks. I know how I want her to look. So, wear this. We're going out to somewhere nice. Or you can wear sweatpants and we can go to brunch. It could be a comfortable date or it can be a fancy date. If I'm going to pick her up, all right, I'm going to be punctual. Be there on time. Mm-hmm. Or I'll be there. You come out. I can come bring, huh?
When the hell have you been on time?
Oh, I'm always on time. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. So when I pick her up, we're gonna go to the date. We're gonna go out to the restaurant, and the first thing I'm gonna ask her when we sit down, I'm gonna open the door and do all that. I'm making reservations, but the first thing I want to know is what type of contraceptive is she using, as far as birth control. That's the number one thing. Because when you make jokes all jokes aside, but my personality. I'm gonna joke and I'm gonna push I'm gonna see how far I can push before I start to feel resistance.
That's why I said I would make some insensitive jokes just to see.
Right.
If she's
I'm always gonna push far to see what the limit is, to see if she's gonna be like, you know what, this is over. I'm done. Or she's gonna be like, are you seriously? And I'm like, yeah, that's just my personality. I'm just trying to make you laugh. My style.
JK.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So I try to make a power move and I'll order her food for her. But I'll order her something nice.
Is that a power move?
It is.
Well, it's only a power move if you've been to that place before.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the So the way that it works is, and take notes. If I'm asking a girl out, I'm gonna give her an option. That way, because women like options, so I'll make her feel like she has like all these different choices. But really, it's gonna be what I want. If I want seafood, then I'm gonna give her an option of 2 places that serve seafood that I've been to. I'm gonna say, well, you can go here or go there. They're both nice restaurants, but I'm gonna let you choose because you're special. And then whatever one she chooses, like, okay, I already knew what was in that hand anyways. So when we get there, I already know what to order.
Goddamn dentist. Is anyone what's funny? It's a show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And this
new season coming up.
Chauvinist, like, massage.
Hold on. Well, before you call me names, let me finish. So
he's gonna have her. He's gonna assert some type of dominance and leave her stranded to where she now depends on him. He's gonna either take her car keys or something like, hey, you need a ride home? I just happened to come back because
No, I'm not the devil. I mean, it's just it's a power play. It's
not
tug
I don't
of
feel
war.
like power plays work. I feel
Listen,
like
that's
an ego stroker.
That's
Well,
realistic.
let me finish
if you're
first.
on a real live date. And
Let me finish first. So far, what I've said, do you think at any point a red flag is gonna come up?
Absolutely.
As soon as you said order for her.
So you don't think a woman's gonna let me order for her?
Or for you?
For
How would you
her.
feel if somebody order your food, what you're about to consume?
And you think I'm gonna let somebody make a power play on me?
Bro, it's not called a power play.
It is.
Women, everyone loves to eat.
How
Women
would that
can
look
be
if I sit down
particular.
and a woman starts to order for me? You
If
think
anything,
I'm
you
Avery?
can ask her what she sees that's interesting on the
I will.
map.
I'll be like,
you can actually say.
I'll ask her.
before-
I'll say, well, they have seafood here. What would you like? I like the crab. Okay, sir, she's gonna have the lobster. It's as simple as that. She's not gonna turn it down.
Oh, she's not gonna turn down, but she's not gonna go on another date
because of the implication.
But
Things
wait,
could go bad.
let me get to my point though. I'll let you talk. Let me get to my point. So they bring the crab. I mean, they bring the lobster, and they, we're eating and we're talking. The first thing I'm doing is ordering the most expensive wine. It's a power play. It lets you know that I have money, and that I can afford it, and that I'm gonna do everything. I let her know that if you go out on another date with me, you're gonna get the finest things. So we order that. And then I start liquoring her up.
And what are your intentions here again?
No, let him finish. Let him finish. He just said, then he starts liquoring her up. Let's continue down this road.
So I'm telling the bartender, hey, don't worry, I'm gonna get you something made from the bar. Hang on. Go to the bar, and I say, well, give her some. Just mix anything that's clear. Mix it all up in a big tall. Me, I'll take the water. Thank you. Get it back to the table, get her drunk, and I'm taking shots too. Oh yeah, so
the Bill Cosby playbook.
So let's talk, because two things that two people that never lie, a child and an alcoholic. So I get to see this. So now she's telling me everything. She's telling me about what her uncle did, what her daddy did, how she grew up, how, she used to get whoopings and all the trauma that she went through. Now I know how to manipulate her.
This is like psychological warfare.
That's all dating is. That's all dating is.
Keep going.
She's doing the same thing, by the way. So I'm not the bad person. She's doing the same thing.
This sounds like a good
This is a story.
This sounds like that episode of Black Mirror when he had a conversation with the girl and she took him home.
Right. So anyway, while we're talking, she's always in black. I'm feeling a little like it. I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom. Yeah, sweetie. I mean, you haven't had that much to drink, but really, she's had about 3 different liquors. Like, go ahead, take your time. You can leave your phone. Right? Leave your phone. Going through her phone, I'm getting all the information about it. Put the phone back. When she comes down and she sits down, all the information that I have on her now, I'm saying it. So yeah, so I grew up in this neighborhood, and it's right around the corner. You probably don't know about it. It's real small, and we used to go out, and I used to pick these flowers, only dandelions, because I loved it. And she's like, oh my, I love dandelions. We're like the same. I'm like, oh my God, we are. Wait, are you a Gemini? So am I. What day were you born? We were born on the same day. Now at this point she can't believe it, and I know she's gonna tell her friends, because when I have her phone, I see her that she's texting like, "Oh my God, girl, this guy is so rich. He came here. He drives a nice car. He brought me to this fancy restaurant."
Guess what, girl? I didn't even have to order. He ordered for me.
So she's like, she's like, I'm sorry, I have to go back. I have to go to the restroom. She's blushing. And I'm like, don't worry. When you get back, I have you another drink waiting for you. Because, we've had some time. I'm going to get some more drinks. We both been drinking and everything. So we're going to take it. So she gets up. Like,
to the phone,
big ball. I go to the bar, give me another glass of water, get her 4 more shots of all the alcohol. Boom, boom. Got it again. I'm going through a purse this time. I'm looking at all her birth certificates, everything. 80 extra cash.
We got the same social security number.
Remember, I told her to leave her keys, so I had to pull a big fire. I threw on my dress and ran out to the
80 extra cash. She got everything. She gets back to the table. I just can't believe it. I mean, it's like a match made in heaven. I'm like, yeah. So I want to get married I'm going to have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. She's like, oh my God, me too. You have to be lying. I'm like, hey, it's just, we're meant for each other. So we're eating everything. We get ready to leave.
She got to go to the bathroom one more time.
She's not going to go to the bathroom. At this point, she's like, I just got to, I got to get home. She had condoms in her bag, so I already knew what was going on. threw
Even
those
if
out.
she didn't have them, but
You said threw those out.
if that was her excuse, oh, I don't have a condom. When she went to the bathroom, you slip one in there.
I threw them away. Pay attention.
throw away the condoms?
Yeah,
He's
pay
trying to knock
attention. Stop over talking me. So we get here. So the guy comes and he's like, all right, well, this is your order and everything. And I know what you guys are thinking. I'm gonna dine and dash. Wouldn't do that. I'm gonna pay him. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pay him and I'm gonna tip him $100.
$100 tip.
$100 and you can keep the change. Well, then I give him an extra 100. Ain't no problem. Walk her to the car. Get in there. Open the door for her. Take her home. And we talking on the way home. I'm telling her everything else. All the other things. Telling her about, so do you have any brothers? My father, he was locked up and it was hard on me growing up. And she's gonna say the same thing because I know this about her because I went through her Facebook page and everything. Get to her house. I drop her off. Walk her to her door like a gentleman. And I'm like, so, I know this is our first date and you're drunk. I don't want to take advantage. I'll tell you what. You call me tomorrow. We can do brunch and we'll see where it goes from there. But I really enjoy myself. Give her a kiss on the forehead and walk her to her, let her go up to her door. I sat in the car and I wait for her to go upstairs. Turn out the lights. That's it. So the moral of the story is I did have to pay for the dinner. I basically ate for free. Because when I went through her purse, I stole all her money. So it backfires. But I got everything I need to know from her. See, but the serious part is once I know everything about her and once I get her liquored up and I'm looking and I'm digging for all this information, I know at that point if that's the girl I'm gonna take serious, or if that's the girl I'm just gonna rob. It's as simple as that.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up.
You've been out the dating
Oh,
game for a
this
long
is
time.
Crazy. I'm not gonna order, and hopefully she should know not to order anything smelly. So like the shrimp,
Garlic,
Onions.
or anything that's gonna like give you gas. Maybe
beans.
broccoli. Not too crazy on the cheeses.
This actually makes sense so far.
I wouldn't order any alcohol because I want to see you sober and level-headed. So once you add alcohol to the equation, like anything can happen. It's a bad look. What was the next question after that?
The things that you would allow her to order.
I don't allow anyone to do anything. They have their own mind and body, and they can control themselves. I'm not manipulating.
The question
anyone.
too is like, what questions do you ask on the first date?
What questions would I ask?
So
I would
if you
ask
take
about
someone on
their,
a date, they can order whatever they want.
Yeah.
Have you been on a date before?
Yeah, I have. No, I'm being serious. Like, so she can order fancy
But
the
at that
top.
point-
Oh, you're
You
saying like,
just-
hey, we got a $12 cap here.
Right.
I see. You saying.
She can just
mean-
order whatever she wants. She can just run up the bill.
I think that it goes without saying, like, you're not going to sit there and order the most expensive thing.
That's the whole purpose of
I
this
think-
conversation.
I think though, like that's kind of like implied, or like you save yourself by the restaurant you choose. Like, are we going to like Fahrenheit downtown, or are we going to like?
If
Wendy's?
she started
You know what
going
I mean?
crazy and, like, ordering, like, Johnny Walker, like, shots.
Exactly,
Like,
that's what I'm
$30
talking about.
shots and,
Right.
like,
Split the bill.
getting, like, crazy food.
Well, see, if
I'm
you-
going to match her.
Well, see, if you split the
Or if
I'm
she starts
myself.
listen, if she starts ordering like that, you just don't pay because at that point you know you don't want to be with her.
Or
Okay.
you can order up and run the bill up and just slide. Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. You out of there. Go and delete the number.
So go ahead, Ri'Yadh. Finish your date story.
You're saying don't get a drunk, level headed.
Yeah.
They can order whatever they want.
Because
They can't order whatever they want. I mean, they can order whatever they want.
At this point, you're just simping. So go ahead for the audience.
How is this something?
Oh,
You're not-
first of all, I would never control a woman. She has her own thoughts and.
Carol, if you've been on a date with a real live woman, current day, you can't just decide what she's gonna eat. Women love to eat. Like they've probably already done their research and looked at the menu and decided, oh, I'm gonna get this. I know I want this. I want extra ranch or whatever, or I'm gonna throw down. And you just think as a guy in this society, you're just gonna be like, oh, get her the chicken parmesan.
Well, no,
She
I mean,
like,
I would order the main.
you let her tell you what she wants, and then if you want to take that initiative and your power.
Well, I
move,
mean,
and then speak to the waiter, and you kind of assert that dominance as the man in that role, and you say she'll be having this, and because you already know, but you can't just pick out what a girl is gonna want. That is a huge red flag.
It's not though.
She gonna be like, you think you about to control me?
I mean,
all right, whatever. Your
Go
whole
ahead.
thing was nuts. Going through curses, drinking water.
it's not about.
drinking
It's not
liquor.
okay. It's not about me. It's about you. I
Right.
told my
All
story.
right, what's the last part?
The question you were asking.
Questions I would ask. I want to know about her family because ultimately she's gonna end up being her mother.
On the first date.
Yeah, like are you close to your mother? How's your relationship? Do you talk
Do you
to
have
her?
any
Do you
siblings?
visit?
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, is your brother crazy? Do I need to watch out for him, or is your sister like? You gotta ask that, and then.
Oh, ex-boy. Oh, kid. Oh my
Yeah,
God, we forgot to ask about kids.
But you
don't
don't ask
really-
about that on the first day, remember? You
Yeah, I
already
guess
found
you're
out
right.
from Facebook.
You hiding condoms and open holes and shit. You a nasty nigga. For real, that was wild.
You must be from Dirty Knocks.
From Memphis.
My man said going through a purse. But with me, I don't need to really ask a ton of questions because with me, I've always been a good judge of person. So just from us speaking within the first 30 seconds, and that's anyone, I can determine whether or not this person is an idiot or whether they have like a good foundation or morals or.
So what are your intentions?
What would be my intention?
Because you said
if I were
she's
single and
she's an
dating?
idiot and has no morals. I mean,
Then yeah, I'm a, just finish off the date and I won't be interested in it anymore. I won't take it any further.
okay.
But if I'm single, like dating, trying to build a relationship with someone, yeah, I'm gonna be able to determine what type of person she is just from normal conversations. I don't really have to dig deep because then it's gonna feel like, you're just questioning and hounding her, like just trying to get information. So I'll slowly get it without, it being asked or brought up.
All right. So bring it to an end. The payment and getting her home safe, and how do you end the date and set it up going forward?
I mean, just like anyone else. I mean, you pay, or if she offers to pay, then in this society, it's cool.
If she offers to
gotta-
pay, do you allow her? Oh, I mean,
I don't
you
know.
can't allow anyone to do anything, right? So if she offers to pay, then she's gonna pay, right? It's a new
Yeah.
society, free will,
If
feminism.
you want to go Dutch and go
I've had a
back,
girl
then
pay
that's
for me
cool.
before.
Yeah.
It's funny you asked that question. I was gonna say no, but it's happened.
More than you think.
Right.
Now,
And
women
she
wanna show
was
that-
making a statement.
Women want to show that they
I don't think
aren't
so.
just relying on a man.
It was more
Right.
of like I paid for
Or
dates before,
women-
and she was like, "No, I got this one." I was like, "No, I got it." She said, "No, please."
We're talking about the first date.
First date, of course. Yeah, no, I'm paying.
I mean, I don't mind paying.
You don't mind the woman paying for the first date?
I don't even.
That's me.
I'll probably pay because I think that it looks.
Oh, you misogynist! Why? So you have to pay? Why do you have to pay? Why can't she pay if she offers?
You're definitely not tipping though.
No, I don't believe in tipping. Fuck that shit. I'm not tipping. I don't care. Tip is,
What if the girl has has kids and she has a family to feed and
I'm not taking care of. I'm not taking care of nobody's kids. That's disgusting. No, I would never take care of someone's kids. I would never date or be with someone who has kids.
I'm talking about the waitress. that you're refusing the tip.
I don't care.
He was definitely.
No, I don't. The
That's all.
waitress-
That's what she relies on to feed her family.
She need to get another job. I'll give her a tip to a resume. An application. I don't
Give her some tips in the interview room.
The tip only goes if you've gone above and beyond the normal customer service. I mean, if you're super energetic and bouncy and you've really assisted me and gone out of your way, then I'm like, I'm still not going to tip you. I just don't believe in tipping. I only tip when it's almost like I have to. Almost.
Okay.
Peer
I still
pressure.
don't tip. Yeah. I'll leave it on the table and then I'll just kind of trail behind and.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we've checked before.
I've
and
seen
you
him
went
do
to
that.
swipe that.
I seen it.
I just said it, but yeah.
And this is how it ends.
Since we are the storytellers, we'll keep it story themed, and we'll close with the final chapter. So we'll do a quick fire. We won't make it long. If there's a snowstorm and you're trapped, where's the best place to be trapped at? I mean, you're trapped in for a day, 2 days
Anywhere
for the
You
weekend.
can be anywhere.
Anywhere. Where would you?
Walmart.
Where's the best
It's a
place you want to be
clear-cut
trapped at?
choice.
Walmart or like Sam's Club or like Costco, something like that.
Walmart, Sam.
You got
I mean,
everything.
why? I mean, it's
You got
obvious. but-
generators, you got food, you got entertainment, books, movies.
What about the other
TVs.
people that are in there with you?
Killing them.
It's not a zombie apocalypse. It's a snowstorm. It's a day or two.
The store is big enough that you all not gonna be in the same area the whole time. So I mean,
Okay, what about you, Control?
Can I be trapped at home? I mean, how long is the snowstorm?
You can be trapped at home.
How long is the snowstorm?
Well, we're gonna have to add something to it. You're gonna be in here for a week now.
That's still not enough to not be at home.
Yeah,
And if you say, let's
you'll
say like,
you'll be in your home for a
let's
week.
say
There's
it
no
was-
power.
no power, then yeah, I would say Walmart because
That's the only choice.
yeah,
Why?
It's
Why does it change now? Because
Because
of the power.
bigger. You have more things to keep you warm. You have a lot more food. Like our food would go spoil in like a couple of days. A lot more
The company?
things to access.
There's company. I mean, there's gonna be random people in there. Board games.
That's true too.
What about you?
Sam's Club.
Why Sam's? Why you gotta be different?
For the same
They
reasons.
do got those
Bigger
chicken
Walmart.
bites.
He had everything.
You know where I would want to be trapped?
Why should you gotta get
Here we go.
the mic off your stomach?
Get his stomach off the mic.
I knew that was coming. So,
I had to mute it because he kept clicking on it.
Yeah. Where are you gonna be trapped, Cairo?
Me personally, it would probably be
here we go.
if I had to be trapped anywhere during a snowstorm, it would be in a strip club. Let me explain. Let me explain. No, hear me out. You have all the entertainment. It's hot as hell. I don't know if y'all ever been to a strip club. It's gonna be warm. There's gonna be food there. There's gonna be entertainment. There's gonna be women. If we don't need to have the music or anything like that, one of them beatbox, the other one is on the pole. We're good. Speaking of which, I'm gonna tell you about this time I went to a strip club. A little story time, and I'll end it on this.
Strippers are only good for like 10 minutes, and then you start. Never mind. Edit that out. I mean, you start really getting a personality. So like the little story that they tell you about how they're exotic and they're from this island and they went to school and they're on track, and then it's like you're gonna start saying, "Oh, you didn't go to school. Oh, you got kids," or you know.
So let me tell you my story. I went to this strip club in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right?
The worst place ever.
The worst
Dang,
strip
that
club.
sucks. I wasn't there.
Yeah. So I go in there and I'm like, all right, well, we're just gonna sit here for a little bit until we get back to the hotel and get our check-in. So I'm gonna go there. And I had $80 to my name. So I'm in a strip club and I'm going around. The guy, he comes up, he's like, yeah, man, you can sit at the bar or I can get you a woman, whatever you want to do. I'm like, all right, I want her in particular. She was the prettiest girl in there. She was young. She looked kind of exotic. So I go sit down and I'm waiting. A whole bunch of other women start coming up. Oh, how you doing tonight? You want to dance? 10 minutes, 10, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got $80 and I want her. So I end up sitting there for about 30 minutes. She finally comes over and she's talking to me and she's like, I heard you've been waiting for me all night. I said, all night long. I got $80 and that's all I have. This is all I'm willing to pay. She's like, well, $80? You know, for $100, I can take you in the back. I said, listen, I don't have $100. I have $80. Is that going to get me back there? She said, all right, fine. $80. We go back there. She's doing all the exotic dances and all this and all that. The song's playing. You know, I had some drinks and it's like time's going by. And next thing I know, you know, she's on to like the third song, fourth song, and my tab's running up. But all I got is that 80. That's all I got. So eventually I start drinking. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm good. You know, I got what I need. I'm ready to go. Here you go. I gave her I gave her $80. And she's like, Poppy. This. I'm like, first of all, you weren't Dominican 5 minutes ago. I don't want to hear none of that. I got your $80. I'm hitting out. She's like, it's going to be a problem. I danced for all these extra songs. It's going to be a problem. I'm like, nah, I'm out of here. So I started reaching. I can't find my phone. I said, listen, that phone's worth more than some dances. And you either gonna give me that $8 back or you gonna give me my phone. She's like, I ain't got your phone. I got money, Poppy. I said, you ain't got no money. I only gave you $80. I've been here all day and all you got was $8. So I know you ain't got no money. So she go get the bouncer. He coming here. What's going on? I said, listen, this woman just stole my phone. And she stole about $80. Now that I think about it.
Check her panties.
I had $80 when I came in here. She's like, I ain't got your phone. I said, I'm going to shut this place down. He was like, you ain't going to do nothing. I'm about to drag you out of here. I said, I ain't going nowhere without my phone and my $80 that she just stole from me. So, you know, he's grabbing me. I'm pushing him. We tussling. My boy with me. And he throwing me out the club. And she out there talking about, yeah, that's what you get. And I'm like, nah, I'm recording this. So I start recording. I'm like, y'all see this? She is harassing me. She stole my money. She stole my phone and all this. And, you know, they're like, we're going to call the cops. I'm like, you don't have to call the cops. I'll call the cops. So I'm getting ready to down. And I notice that my phone's in my hand. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to call the cops. I'm better than that. And I walked all the way up to her. And I took my $80 and I ran. The end.